Hello, everybody, and welcome. How are you this evening?
Hello, it's Saturday night, and thank you for choosing us for your
Yes.
entertainment tonight.
Oh, I cut myself off this time. See, did the opposite from the other night.
As always, I'm running late on getting ready. That's nothing new.
I think our server's not kicking on us because something looks wrong here.
Now, tell us if you can see us.
Yes,
can you
please.
hear us? Can you see us?
Because if it's kicking us, we'll set up another one right away.
Because, again, we have had this problem before, and once again, it's not us, it's YouTube. That's what happens expectedly already on Wednesdays and Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, especially Thursdays, Saturdays, because that seems to be the most busiest time for streaming.
That's right. So we'll just try to figure this out, and in the next 5 minutes, we'll look like we're having a problem. We'll get another one and jump over to there, and then we should be golden. So, but if this is working, all the best.
I really think that YouTube is not really set up yet for all the streaming that is going on lately, and I think that they would have caught up by now because it's been a couple, I think, months at least. People have been doing it more, but that's as always. But that's okay. We're gonna handle it. So if you can't see us or it's jittery or anything that is buffering too much, tell us please. And if it does buffer, if it kicks you out, just reload your page and it should be okay. If it gets too much, we're just gonna have to jump the links.
We'll cross our fingers. Thank you very much, son.
How is your weekend, guys?
Yes.
It's nice and cool today in Montreal. That's where we're located. It's raining. I like it. I like summer rain.
Exactly. It's better than having the heat. It's better than humidity and 40 degrees. So.
Yeah, I was talking with Annalise from Halos and Heathens, and they have 100 degrees Fahrenheit today, and now, I don't like heat. So, we are on the good side this time. For those of you who follow us regularly, you know that a few of the days last week we had even hotter weather than Florida had. Montreal tends to have muggy and sticky weather in the summer and really cold weather in the winter. So we get this extremes of both ends, so to say.
I see some new faces in here tonight, some reoccurring faces, some faces we haven't seen in a little bit. This is an amazing mix. What a great way to start off everything.
For those of you guys who are new to our channel, we are a wife and husband team. We run Puša Studios, which is our daily business, doing photography and videos for families, events, occasions, and for business promotions as well. And in the evening, we're having fun on our YouTube channel. Besides posting our cinematic videos that Andrew posts, we are also having live talk show. And 6 times a week, Monday to Saturday, we're here at 8 p.m. Eastern with guests every day except for Tuesday when we have Tuesday Tech Talk or highlights and shoutouts.
That's right.
Our new series coming up.
Yep.
And our awesome guests and you in the chat, because of course it's you and the guests who are making these live streams when we are trying to get up close and personal with people from YouTube all over the world. We've had people from New Zealand, from South America, from UK, across the board. So,
That's the great gift of YouTube. It's opening us up to all these people that we would have never been able to work with, meet with, collab with, talk with. It's been it's unbelievable. It's such a great technology. We go hard on it. Sometimes we got to take those moments to really appreciate just how lucky we are to have all this.
Oh, exactly. And I mean, the chat is also so diverse from everybody all across the board. And also, if you wonder why everybody has their wrenches on, it's because we are for equality here. Everybody is equal contributor to our show. Therefore, everybody has the Blue Wrenches. Blue Wrench Group.
That's right. Blue Wrench Group
is our tag or hashtag. It's more like a gimmick than anything else.
Yes,
but,
exactly.
We are having fun with it sometimes.
We use group in the loosest sense of the term.
Oh, yeah.
Have fun.
Definitely. It's an open community.
This is where everybody's welcome from all other communities, groups. I can come in here. We have an expression. We keep our gang colors at the door. This is what everybody coming together and having fun, learning about YouTubers, learning from each other. We had greetings from Holland. That was very excited to get their wrench as well, which is very cool. We loved Holland. Cindy, right? I believe.
Yep.
From Holland. And Ken FPS Gaming Channel hasn't been in a little bit since, so hasn't gotten his blue wrench yet, but now that's taken care of.
Yeah, it seems to me also that YouTube is taking off the wrenches. If you haven't been for a while, it kind of, I guess there's a limited amount or something. We don't know. But yeah, if you don't circulate often enough, it takes it off. But we always pay afterwards, so no worries.
You're a lifelong member, so.
Yes, and talking about the atmosphere and welcoming you guys who are new to our chat today. Always friendly and welcoming community. If you haven't seen yet, you can, after the live stream, go and check our newest creation as a shout out a video called Cheers. And why Cheers? Because lots of people have compared our live streams to TV show Cheers, if you remember that. The atmosphere of friendly and stress-free, drama-free.
Everybody knows your name has always been kind of our
yes. I just dropped a link in the chat. It's a great collaboration with two amazing YouTubers, Puša Studios and Doodles Badag as well. Go check it out. It's funny, and we hope you liked it.
One of our, I don't know if she's here right now. Did you see Steph Opal?
Not yet.
She brought up something today I didn't know about, somebody that I didn't know very well, but I have met in the past. I guess we can say who she was married to, I guess. She's pretty much opened it up.
Well, yeah, she uses her real name. She haven't really talked about her background extensively because she likes to be very humble lately.
Yes. She was married to the lead singer of Pantera, and through there she got to know, of course, the guys very well. And we all know about Dimebag Darrell that was shot a couple of years ago. And actually, his brother, the drummer, Vinnie Paul, I worked for that music corporation, which was part of it was Pearl Canada. And well, a pleasure is a hard way to put it, but the first time I met Vinnie Paul was just after his brother died. It was his first public appearance at NAMM, and he was still quite shook up. And, I forgot to shut off my phone. Sorry about that. And, yeah, he died today. So, another one of the metal guys, and one of the very popular ones. You can see here in the page, from Pantera, Paul Stanley / So I just wanted to say that for a moment.
Another iconic person.
Yeah, very nice guy. Very approachable and stuff. So, like I say, I didn't know him well, but I had met him on a few occasions. And
so we don't know if Steph is going to jump in or not.
Is she in?
No,
she's not.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. If
she's I thought you might like to say something. So
it's for those of you who didn't know who Steph Apple is. She comes in almost every time.
She's
girl power. She's my girl crush.
Yeah,
and I'm hers.
She's an amazing person.
So let's see who is in the chat. Why don't we do that?
Go right ahead.
So awesome you in the chat. Let's see who is in, and welcome. So Abraxas Paranormal is in the chat. Chimera Time, welcome. Cindy, Laj 5126, 5 from Montreal, same place that we are here.
That's right.
Panic the Videos just finished their own live stream that I was in and out. I was listening to it as I was working, so backed up with all the work. Oh my God, I have 3 events that I have to edit, and I'm so late on them. Philip Cochran, of course. PSR Paranormal Pursuit. Stephen Bauman. Terrell Emerson, or Terrell the Original. Exploring and Bottle Collecting with Jimmy is in as well. Nathan Likes Drums is in. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
And for those of you who are outside of the chat and haven't joined yet, hello as well. Welcome. Seth, Allison as well. If you are just listening to us, that's okay as well. I know lots of people have started to listen as to the podcast.
So a big hi to you.
Big hi to you. If you can drop by and say hi, if you can, that's okay too. Just keep doing what you're doing and stay with us and listen to our amazing show, which, speaking of, is going to be really amazing. We're so stoked to have our guest today on. We had to reschedule it last week, and therefore temptation, excitement is even doubled since then. We're going to be having an amazing vlogger, YouTuber, Cody Wanner on.
And I love about Cody, sorry, I just caught Panic's message about Puša Studios warning bubble counts was in rare form. Sorry, that caught the corner of my eye. Not laughing at Cody. Cody's amazing. You guys want to be inspired? You want to, anybody who wants to go into vlogging, like this guy is setting the trend. Like you can see it there. He
is growing exponentially. Like his growth in the last couple of months has been unbelievable. He's been on YouTube like he started I think like 11 years ago with his first videos, and they're amazing too. I've been rewatching some of them today as we were preparing for the show as well, and but he just recently has started his daily vlogs, and honestly I don't know how he does it, because it's a B-roll cinematic video editing daily.
The grind from doing a live stream almost daily to doing that every day, like that thing takes it to a whole nother level. The editing on top of it.
And he does live streams as well before which he incorporates after into his vlogs.
Smart.
Which is very smart, exactly. And then during the day he is part of a team running video production company,
which is really cool.
Which is very cool as well. So I don't know how he juggles all that.
I don't know.
That's going to be the main question, especially the editing fast part is the big question. Tell me that, please. I'm a photographer, but I would like to know how you do that anyway, because I'm just so slow at post-processing.
Flabbergasted is probably the word I would use to describe what he's doing. I'm flabbergasted how he can pull it off.
We are so excited. He has a very cute, sweet family. His wife Amber and 2 daughters, 1.5 and a 3-year-old. So hands full. And he also and that's why I said he also was one of the lucky 5, so to say, that got chosen to be featured in Peter McKinnon's B-roll challenge video when he announced hiring a new editor. His and his co-vlogger Audrey. They made a video of a B-roll from 2 different places, combined it together, and sent it to Peter McKinnon, and he featured it in his video. So
which was really smart. Like, you remember we watched it before we even knew at the time.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That cool. So that's been amazing. I think for him too. It's been taking off even before that, but I hope that has been given a big push to his creative career.
It is well deserved.
Well deserved. You know. Yeah, he also has started a hashtag no small creator.
Which is cool. I like that.
Which I like it. It's also kind of like a gimmick hashtag, so to say, because in the group a hashtag doesn't have any rules. It's just encouraging each other, supporting each other, inspiring each other, motivating each other. And that's what Cody's channel is about. It's about motivating creators and entrepreneurs. That's why he does his daily vlogs.
Well, speaking of hashtags that have no real point to it just being together, let's do hashtag Blue Wrench group selfie tonight. It's Friday night.
And I don't have my phone.
Saturday night. Sorry, I will get this one of these days. You don't have your phone?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, here, you can use mine.
It's somewhere.
There. You're okay with mine?
Yeah. Your camera is better on your phone anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. You say so. I take your word on.
Yeah. So what we do here, Andrew's going to put a hashtag in the chat. Hashtag Blue Wrench Group. You take a selfie of yourself, or even better, a selfie of you watching our live stream, and just tweet it out or share it on your social media with that hashtag. And that is the way we can get to know each other, see each other's faces. It's always fun. We do it every so often on our live streams, and we do it today as well. I'm not too good at taking selfies. That's one thing.
Help you?
I want to turn on the camera. Yeah. And that's how it all started, because I was complaining that I am so bad at taking selfies.
I'm no good, because I hate getting my picture taken. I've been doing more of this than anything, just because I find it fun to do with everybody. So
So, and after a while, we're going to go and check out who posted it as well. And to do a little housekeeping, smash that like button and destroy that share button. Just enough for everybody else to share it on Twitter or anywhere else you possibly can. If you can, please do that. And if you're too lazy to do that, my favorite statement of all our live streams. Awful. If you're too lazy to go and smash that share button, go over to our Twitter profile and share one of our tweets of today's live stream. The more, the merrier. And if you're too lazy to do that, that's okay too.
We really do appreciate it, guys. It's not lazy in the end. We just appreciate it. Really helps. There are ball caps. I'm too lazy.
That's okay.
I love a ball caps, even though he doesn't use Twitter, still have to throw that in there. That's what we love about bottle caps. Well, it'll be soon time to, we'll just do this another minute or two, and then we'll bring on our guests.
Yeah, I'm going to share that selfie of ours. I can see that Buon Appetito is in. That Murder Inc. is in Down the Rabbit Hole Travel, who's going to have a live stream with her first interview tomorrow.
Yes.
That's exciting as well. If I haven't seen you guys, just shout it out. And also down the road, if you have any questions for Cody, you always welcome to ask them. Please try and put Puša Studios at the beginning of it so I notice it, because sometimes I don't. And if I don't, just copy paste it again, and I'll try to be good and ask it.
Good to see you, Murder Inc. We've been talking about it for he's my bro. I love this guy, and we don't always get to see each other, but so it's cool to have him in tonight.
Osier back.
Osier, what's going on? Cody Wanner. Now we're gonna get that straight tonight, or we're gonna end up on the next one.
Winner. He did a special video for that, and I trained myself watching that video, but I'm still, I think, getting it wrong.
I'm gonna say Cody Wanner. I'm gonna roll my dice on that one. Is my hero along with Puša Studios. You're so amazing. Well, yeah, no, down the rabbit hole. There's nothing to be nervous of. You're gonna do just fine. You're gonna see.
Tweet it at us tomorrow so we can join you.
Please do.
Okay, so Blue Wrench Group live now is my tweet. Let's see. So bad at this. So bad. That's another question for Cody. I would be so bad at vlogging. I don't know if I would know what to do with it. Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely send it to. Yeah, definitely tweet us. We'd love to know. Yeah, that's right, Bottle Caps. She's having one. It's going to be great. She's going to be fine at it. She's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
No worries there whatsoever.
Okay, so let's see. Where is our guest at?
Ready to bring her.
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll.
Just sent everything off.
And while we're waiting for our guest to arrive, go do that selfie or press the share button, whichever you like.
And oh, there he is.
Thank you.
Wow, hi.
Hi.
Oh.
Can we hear you?
Oh.
No, we can hear you.
All right.
There we go.
How's it going? Is there a lot of feedback or no?
No, it's perfect.
It's
all right, good.
We never had that happen before, and that's the third time I think this week that's happened. I don't know what we got, so I apologize. Probably our luck that's bouncing.
Yeah, it's my fault. I was trying a different mic, but I didn't get all the kinks worked out before we started, so no problem.
Oh, you look. You're outside right now.
No, I'm in my office, but it just got a lot of that natural light. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like it.
I got it. Talk about an optical illusion. I would have sworn it wasn't blowing. That's what I was going to say. It was a very calm day. How you doing today?
Very well, very well. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm super jacked.
Oh, the pleasure's all ours. I mean, that's we've been watching your career going. I mean, you're on your way, man. You're rocketing.
I appreciate that.
You got the energy for it. I love it. I love it. And no mountain's too big. Nothing scares you off. It's just another thing that makes you want to go further, it seems like.
Right. Exactly.
So I guess everybody's pretty much known you by now. I mean, you've just taken this place by storm. You know, I almost feel like ridiculous even introducing you at this point. I'm not. This is one of the hard ones. I'm not quite sure where to start.
But for those few maybe who haven't really thought yet of
the floor is yours.
Who are you? If nobody have ever heard your name, which I doubt anybody here haven't yet, but if just in case, how would you describe your channel?
Yeah. So my channel is a daily vlog. It's mostly daily for me. So like, I totally respect people who do weekly or like bi-weekly. I think that that's awesome. But I do daily because for me, it's kind of like that create daily mentality. It's like the stuff that I do daily, I find I can, I stick with it. You know, it's daily. I say it's daily for me because I keep coming back to it every day. Like, I feel like if I take a day off, I just get depressed and then I'd be like, maybe I should stop.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's that momentum, but, so it's been daily for 174 days. Wow. I think is the count right now. I stopped putting the numbers in my vlogs because I realized they I want them to be able to, I want them to be vlogs like in a series, and some people do like to watch them in a series. A lot of people do, but other times, you know, like you can kind of just hit one off and like it kind of works as a standalone video because of kind of the way that kind of my style, which I'm still figuring out, you know? But yeah, so daily vlog, and I say I'm here to encourage creators and entrepreneurs. So my vlog today, which was way too long, it was 15 minutes long. I kind of got into this a little bit, but they're really one.
Yes. No objections here.
What's that?
No objections here.
We enjoyed it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I got that from a couple people, and I also lost a couple subscribers. So, you know, can't please everybody.
You gotta learn as you go. That's a daily challenge torn itself.
No, I love it. I figure, you know, I gave them what they need, and they're like, I got to stop listening to this guy and go out and get it done. And like, I love that. That's what it's all about. So please unsubscribe if you're going to go start your own thing, and you just can't be distracted by me talking to you every day. I'm fine with an unsubscribe if that's why you're unsubscribing. If you're unsubscribing because, well, whatever.
Yeah.
At any rate, today I got into it a little bit. I look at creators and entrepreneurs pretty much as one and the same. I think that if you're an entrepreneur, like no matter your age or how, you know, where you are in the process, I think you should be documenting and creating, whether that's on Instagram, Twitter, a blog, a vlog, whatever it is. I think you need to be documenting it because I think it's a stellar marketing tool, which we've seen from you know, on the video production side. And then it's also just a great, like, kind of introspective way to be like, what am I doing and what progress am I making? And like, if you look back 4 months ago and you're saying the same exact stuff that you were saying back then now, I think it's a really, you know, it's a really great way to kind of progress, which is what being an entrepreneur is all about. And then a creator, we're all on here on YouTube, you know, we're not necessarily talking in money. We're generally talking in terms of sharing ideas, selling ideas, but that's what we're all doing. You know, we're all saying, hey, I want you to give me some of your time. And that, you know, that's entrepreneurial. That's an entrepreneurial endeavor because we're asking people to give us attention, and attention was what it's about. So I see them as both the same thing. And yeah, I'm here to encourage, you know, it is not easy. It is not easy being an entrepreneur. It's not easy creating at all, creating weekly, creating daily. It's a constant choice. So I know that I need constant encouragement, and I'm looking to constantly encourage other people. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
100% onto that. And it's such a good comparison between the relationship, or the correlation, I should say, between entrepreneur and creator.
Yeah.
This is not a game for wallflowers. Like, this is somewhere everybody talks modestly, but we all have something in us. Even people are very introverted, still have something nagging inside them to get out and go through all the work it takes to get on YouTube. Yeah. There is something that's driving them somewhere, some passion, some need, something that's puts a fire in their belly to go and do this, because it is a lot of work. And I always say about people here, like, we get so many niche channels. You and I, like, we kind of go in more the broader sense, but there's a lot that are into knitting, cooking, fixing cars, repairing doorbells, all these little strange niches I've never even thought of in my life. Right. And to say, okay, well, I have a passion in this. I've worked hard to get good at it. Now I'm going to learn video editing. I'm going to learn marketing. I'm going to learn social medias. I'm going to learn hashtag. There's a big load that you take on just to get on YouTube. So I do believe people have that run.
Yep, 100%.
You know, so it's really, I love what you said about the daily vlogs, like the fire puts into you. It's become part of your life. And like, I'm assuming that's what you mean by it. You know, really, it feels like almost you haven't eaten breakfast or you haven't done something if you don't do one that day.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And do you think it's made your days more fuller by doing it, or more, you know what I mean? That's a hard one to answer because it's a lot more work by doing it. But do you think it has made them also more, fuller, I guess?
You mean full of life or just like full of stuff to do? Let me move this.
I love that view. Actually, that was a great shot.
I need to. So I'm just reorganizing my office as we're going here.
We're glad to be part of it.
I definitely think it's made it more full. You know, it's definitely fuller in terms of opportunities, in terms of ideas. I mean, when I started creating daily, I think, and uploading daily, you know, so there's creating daily, which is like an amazing endeavor by itself. And then there's uploading daily, which kind of adds this different component to it. Since I started doing that, I mean, I have an Evernote list with, I think, 187 ideas on it for future vlogs, you know? And then I wake up every morning and I have like 3 ideas for the vlog specifically that day. So it really is it's filled my life with not just life and kind of energy and adrenaline, but also with like creative, just like explosion. And I thrive off of that. Like that feels like fuel, like oxygen to me. So full of that, plus full of things to do. You know, there's obviously the number one priority for me is family. There's, you know, spending time with my kids, with my wife, and trying to like squeeze all that in, helping to run a production company. I'm a co-owner of the production company. You know, for that I do business development. So there's emails and stuff involved with that. A lot of stuff that I'm not very good at. And then, executing the vlog, like getting time to go grab coffee and record a little piece and grab some B-roll, and then thinking about how it's all going to work together. But I mean, I absolutely love it.
And how is the, well, sorry, go ahead. You go ahead now.
Would you say that vlogging is a lifestyle?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is a lifestyle. I think that it just kind of puts you in a different mindset all the time, because even if you're not rolling on the camera, you're thinking about, okay, I'm intentionally not rolling right now because this isn't going to be a piece of what my vlog is about today, right? It's like just the other day when I put out the, it was like applying to be Peter McKinnon's editor babysitter.
Yeah, that was the babysitter. It was so fun. Yeah.
I didn't have to really record much that day, although I did, just because I'm super into the documenting aspect of it. But I recorded a whole bunch that I didn't end up using anything of, because I knew that like that was more of an idea vlog of like, I had this idea and I want to execute on it and like make this kind of fun, more creative piece. And so, you know, every time I wasn't rolling during the day, it was because I was being intentional about not rolling then. And then on the other side, being intentional about when I am rolling, this is for the vlog. This is, how will this work? How will this fit in the story? So either way, you know, it's a lifestyle because I had to raise my level of awareness in order to be able to do it. Either in order to be able to not do it or do it.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
It does, 100%.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen, we've done cinematics before we started the live streams, especially.
Yeah.
I go shooting for the day, and I find when I'm in that day, I understand what you're saying about like you're either turning yourself on or off, but it never fully goes off. Your eye always catches next shots. So you're like, no, I got to pace myself. I got so much battery left. You know, I'm out in the middle of the woods. I got nothing to recharge. I don't know how you do it every day.
Yeah.
I find it amazing, to be honest, when I was listening to you talk.
Yeah. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that very much. Hey, I don't like all these shadows in my eyes. I'm just going to set up a light real quick, all right?
You go right ahead, my friend.
Like, give me 2 minutes.
You go right ahead. He's so the dedication to it. I love this. This is a guy that really just always thinking on. That's so amazing. You know, guys, He's an unbelievable talent, and you see right now what he's doing. Like, there's never
a
enough.
special, by the way, shout out to Joey who introduced us to Cody.
Hey Joe, I love hey Joe. Yes,
he was the one that suggested us to check you out and try to get you on our show. So special shout out. And there was by the way, a question from Polly, who is Joey's wife. Yeah. I just want to know if you're dreaming about your next vlog every night. I know one who does. I assume
yeah. I love Polly. Polly really liked our. How's that look? Let me rearrange this a little bit. Polly really liked the underwear review that we just did.
Oh, that was hilarious. Oh my God.
That was so good.
I even contacted the company and I said, you know what? I watched Cody's video. It was so amazing. I want these. And unfortunately they don't send any to Canada.
Oh shoot, no way. That's
I know. I'm like, what? I was so inspired by the video. I want them.
They're lost. They're lost of the
customer. I know. I told them that. So.
You look good, by the way. There you go.
All right. Am I lit better?
Oh, you're lit way better. Yeah, you look good.
Right. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Come on. I have a video production company, so I can't just do things willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yeah, so what were we talking about? We're talking about daily. Like, how do I do it daily?
Yeah, and like the feeling behind of like when like we were saying, like looking at shots when you're supposed to be not shooting at the moment, and how much every day thinking that way, does it take a toll on you?
Again, I mean, it does take a toll, mostly just in terms of like sleepiness. I'm pretty sleepy all the time. I get less. I love sleep. So in college, my wife, who I'm not sure if she's in the comments or not, she will tell you that I slept on average in college, this is where I met my wife, probably 14 hours a day. So I would sleep a full night's sleep, then I would wake up, I'd go to class, I'd come back, I'd sleep, I'd take like a 6-hour nap. I absolutely love sleep. I was probably just charging up. I was charging up for right now is probably what it is.
I love it.
Yeah. I try to get 4.5 hours of sleep a day now. And so sometimes that's broken up into 3 hours at night and then an hour and a half in the middle of the day, like if I just can't continue moving, or 4.5 all at night, you know, if like I have meetings throughout like the 1 to 2:30 time slot or whatever. So it does take a toll in terms of sleep. I think sorry, light went out. Battery powered light.
No problem.
Let's see what this does. Yep. Boom. Back. I'm back at you. Other than that, I mean, I think that's where we feel the biggest toll. I think the other thing would just be like the day-to-day, you know, me helping out. I think Amber really has stepped up in terms of she sees how passionate I am about it and she loves it and she wants to support it. But so she's taken on more stuff, just like in terms of, you know, like tonight, for instance, she put the kids to bed by herself instead of with me, or, you know, a lot of times she has to go to sleep by herself at night as opposed to going to sleep at the same time as me. So, you know, there's some of that toll, but that's just all stuff that we kind of have to work out. You know what I mean? Other than that, I think that the main, you know, the main piece of it is just like the incredible amount of passion that it's built inside of me to just want it. I just want it so bad. And, you know, I'm literally addicted to creation. It's like the most addicted. I'm addicted to caffeine, and then 10x that, I'm addicted to creating. You know, it's that much more energy for me. So, you know, I say this occasionally on the vlog, but a big part of creating for me is I'm talking to myself. I'm encouraging myself to keep going, and and then I realize that is encouraging to other people. But a lot of it, I'm really talking to myself.
It is, and that's what amazes me about it, because like we always said we'd never be in front of a camera. Never. We did. We did it because of the 1,000 mark, and then everybody said, "Oh, you should come back on again." And then one more time, then we're like, "Well, what do we say to anybody?" That's when we came up with the guest idea. Yeah. And we wanted to do that. That we've said it before. Like, I think we took a lot of pride in our work, and we didn't want to come on just to kind of build time. It had to have a purpose and it had to serve some sort of use. And that's when we started bringing on guests.
Right.
And it seems to be going well. But I'm kind of lost where I was going with that. I kind of lost myself in a circle. I was trying to make a point. I apologize. You're so much stellar energy. I'm realizing that.
Okay, I'll ask a question. You think about it. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Kind of two-part question. Question about how do you you know, as you said, you sometimes think about 3 vlogs at the same time, right? As you're creating in your head. So two-part question is, how do you come up with the ideas? And then when you do come up with ideas, is it really and it's not criticism by any means, okay? Is it really documenting your life, or is it adjusting it to the ideas of your vlogs?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So I really think that I kind of I switch from style to style of vlog, you know? So I call them different things. Like one is like a recap vlog. So a recap vlog would be like, I can't think of one of the titles, but you know, I just had a great day with my family and I shot basically B-roll, maybe a couple talking pieces, but mostly it was just like, look, this is what happened today. And I kind of roll that, and then that's a recap. You know, it's like a recap of my day. That was really the first kind of vlog style that I got into. Then kind of one step beyond that is a roundup vlog. So it's like I spend my whole day just kind of observing what's going on and taking B-roll shots of it. And then I get to the end of the day and I'm like, what did I learn today? Like, what was the thing that I could extract from this day? And then like, what could I teach myself or other people as a result of it? What do I want to learn from my day? So then whether it's that night or early in the morning before I cut the vlog, I do like a roundup of the day, and then I'm cutting in B-roll shots throughout, you know, throughout that roundup talk. And then I do really like the way that that works. Then there is, I don't have a name for this one, but it's like I have an idea that has to do with specifically what's happening during that day.
Okay.
So then I will so for instance, the pitch, the biggest pitch of my life the other day was a video that I'm pretty proud of. Yep. I knew that was, you know, what I was like that night. I had a pitch at 7 p.m. So I was thinking throughout the day, like, what could I talk about here? How could I show everybody how I prep for a pitch? And then I was talking I was saying little tidbits of the whole talk, but throughout the whole day, and then kind of like sum it all up at the end afterwards, right? So I think that is that form. I think that's like a Casey Neistat vlog, you know?
They're build-ups through it.
Right. Casey Neistat's the one who taught me about vlogging. Like I didn't know what a vlog was until I saw Casey, and fell in love with him and fell in love with the whole thing, and then, you know, just put it on the shelf for a year and a half and was like, that would be fun, but I'm not doing it for whatever reason. And so there's that style of vlog. I really love that style. And then there's this kind of new thing that I absolutely love because it is pure creation to me. And I think that's kind of what you're asking is, there's an idea, and like I have an idea. So this would be like, I'm applying to be your editor babysitter, or copying Casey, plagiarizing Peter, finding you, or
that was an amazing title. Sorry to interrupt you. I love that title.
Which one?
The copying Casey.
Yeah.
That summed up everything we've always been saying. I love that whole video, and the title was, sorry to interrupt you, I had to tell you that was fantastic.
And that was, you know, that was by design. That was algorithmic. I think that I actually put copying Casey Neistat, plagiarizing Peter McKinnon. Maybe I didn't actually, but you know, and we can get to that about the algorithm and whatnot. But so it's that style of vlog where it's like, it really has nothing to do with my day. I'm just trying to find time to record the idea video that I want to record for that day,
right?
And get that done somehow in the midst of everything else that I'm doing.
Of course.
Really, like I do all of those different types of vlogs, and I was a little bit nervous about that first. Like, what if since Casey does the same vlog, the same style vlog every single day, I was nervous that like it wouldn't be very well accepted. But what I found is like there really are no rules. you really can do, I could do a different kind of vlog. Like people who are watching, they want consistency, but not necessarily consistency of form. They want consistency of creation, I think, you know, consistency, and they just want to know where we're at in the whole, like, what are we doing today, you know? And so that's been something that I've been talking about with a lot of my friends who I've just only met through YouTube, is like, what are we talking about today, and how do I kind of convey where it is and what it is, so everyone can like immediately pick up on what kind of vlog it is and then be comfortable viewing that sort of vlog, you know?
I find vlogs and videos kind of work like guitar solos. They're never the same, but you can always tell the musician that's doing it.
Wow, that's
a certain moment. I'm certain notes. Oh yeah, that's Stevie Ray Vaughan. Oh yeah, that's a Casey Neistat.
Wow,
you know, Peter McKinnon got nailed at first. They were going on, oh, he's just copying Casey. He never copied Casey.
Yeah.
He was so different from Casey, so much more the cinematography was so much more different and everything. But people don't really see that so much.
Well,
just because Casey was so big.
Casey reached out to Peter wanting to learn more of cinematic, you know, videography.
Which gave me a new respect for Casey Neistat, because that shows even when you're that big, you can say, okay, this guy's coming on my heels. Either I can just start putting him down, or I'll bring him on, ride his coattails a little, and plus learn something along the way. That's smart business.
And I loved that vlog where they met in like Amsterdam. And like Casey straight up said to Peter, like, I mean, I think he straight up said like to the audience, so we're completely different because XYZ. Like, you know, kind of just like putting an end to that whole idea.
Here's my feelings on it. We're not fighting. We're actually going to do this together.
That was cool. I love that one. I actually watched that one. That was one of the, I remember that one vividly.
We actually stood on the bridge where they were standing a couple of years before that, and we're all. I'm a huge Peter McKinnon fan. Like, I just love his style. I love his shooting. That guy could honestly shoot going to the bathroom and make it look like a cinematic extravaganza. I could just see this toilet paper slowly come down to the side, swing the bathroom door. I'm like, only Peter could do it that way. You know?
Even with the phone, as I always
exactly.
But you know, like also there are two big YouTubers now, and it also goes to what you are saying about inspiring each other and learning from each other. It's not really a competition per se. It is inspirational learning. If two big YouTubers like Peter McKinnon and Casey Neistat can learn from each other, and you can see in Casey's vlogs now how he has started to use that more cinematography type of, you know, if they do that, then why should we think that we're competing each other instead of inspiring each other and learning?
100%. My argument in copying Casey, plagiarizing Peter, which someone pointed out, plagiarizing Peter is actually like plagiarism is using the word for word. You know, I'm like, that's not what I meant. It was an alliteration. Like, do that. That was what I was trying to point out, was like, even if you tried to verbatim do exactly what Casey's doing or exactly what Peter's doing, just the fact that you are you would be enough to make it different enough to be different, to not be copying, to be yourself. And the great line that the takeaway line from that one was, don't get so caught up trying to be original that you forget to be yourself. You know, it's I think that for me, like I have ADHD. I cut a lot like Casey, but that's because Casey cuts very fast and I cut very fast. And like, it also has to do with just like daily vlogging. You need to cut fast. You need to make quick cuts and things move fast because you don't have time to like make everything perfect, right? So that's okay. Like, and I'm also 100% fine with someone saying you cut just like Casey. To me, that's like, wow, could you compliment me any better than saying I cut Casey? So I think we totally need to stop saying, oh, this, you know, making judgment. This person's copying this person. Someone just said today, actually, you know, like, did that person invent that? And I said, I don't think anybody invented anything. You know, like, I don't know who, and a lot of people pointed that out in that video, was like, Casey didn't start that style or Peter didn't start that style. That's an iteration of someone else's style. So everything's a remix. Just forget about it. Be yourself. Don't worry about who you're copying or not. Like, by all means, copy away. I think I copy A. Joe actually a lot. I get so inspired by A. Joe's stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness, how could I incorporate something like that into what I'm doing? You know, like talking kind of to the screen, which Jack Conte does as well. You know, it's just like, who did it first? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's a way to tell a story, and the story's different. The story's different, and that's enough. It doesn't matter if the style's the same.
If the plagiarism was looked at strongly, it would be like going into Photoshop and saying, "Oh, well, I can't use the clone tool because somebody else used it." You know, really, it's that point. They're all tools, but we're using them in our own ways. There was a we were talking about that last week, and we have our Tech Talk Tuesday. I was going to bring an example up. Did you see our Cheers video that we just did by any chance?
No, I didn't see it.
2 days ago, we actually did a parody because everybody said our channel was like Cheers, and we did a collaboration with 2 artists. We redid the whole Cheers opening theme, but we were airbrushed into the opening scenes. We redid all the guests onto it. We redid the Pusa logo with the lights going around instead of Cheers.
Nice.
And that was the whole point of it. Like, that is the Cheers parody. Anybody looks at it right away says Cheers, but it's ours.
Yeah.
And using effects, you know, we use the same effects, but we made our own. It's okay to borrow stuff and make it your own.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. That's part of the creative process.
I love it.
We all have to be inspired by something. If we're inspired by a tree outside,
none of us live in a vacuum, right? So we're gonna be influenced. That's just how it is.
It is, and that's what I think it's the Wild West, and the funnest partners we have is getting to grow from each other right now. I'm seeing great things every day.
Right.
And there's a group, I don't know if you ever seen them, Syncom.net from Belgium. They have about 300,000 subscribers. They do video techniques and that. And they do a Copycat Friday, where every Friday they do like a music video, like a cool thing or from a movie, and they show you how to redo it.
Cool.
That Pusa logo, I want to do like Cheers, where the light goes around it. Thinking, I haven't done that in a while, but I remember he did a video from who was it, Bruno Mars or somebody?
Yeah, I think so.
It had squiggly lines down his arm, but it did kind of the same thing. So I took it and made it my own, and that's what I was going to say on Tech Talk. It's okay. You don't have to use it the way they show it. You can use parts of it to suit what you need.
Yep.
You know, think out of the box.
I love it.
So what I was going to say a while ago when I lost my train of thought, which doesn't happen very often, so you really got me. I love it. Infections. When we do live streams, I'm talking to you. And after a while, most guests feel like they're not even talking to the camera anymore. They're talking to us.
Right.
But with you to do a vlog, it always amazes me how somebody can turn on a camera, look at that lens, and build a repertoire with who will be watching in the future. I think that's so incredible.
Right, right. Yeah, it's it took me about 100 days to figure out how to do it.
Really?
100 days of trying to talk to the camera as though it was my audience to really start being able to do it, you know? So it's one of those things where it's like, another thing that I love to say is, if you don't like your content, you know, if you feel like you're doing a bad job of it, hit upload on the stuff that you feel like is bad, and it will turn good. Because when you're constant, like, your brain gets into a whole different thing when you are constantly putting out stuff that you're not 100% happy with. Your brain's like, I gotta fix this, I gotta fix this. So you're gonna, just the commitment alone is enough to make it good, because your brain is that powerful, you know? So it took me 100 days, which is a little bit longer than I would like to admit, but I'm so glad that I put those 100 days in. Like, what if I didn't? Now I still would not be happy with the way that I address my audience through the medium of the camera, you know? So I don't necessarily have a trick. Like, I don't have it was a habit. You know what I mean? It's a habit of every day I'm uploading something that I'm not 100% comfortable with the way I'm addressing the audience, and I gotta get better. And that was like day 68, and then like day 73, I'm like, I gotta get better, and then day 80. So I say it's about 100. I'm not sure. Like, it's not like that was a turning point per se, but it was a long time for me before I felt comfortable.
That's so cool. So like, when you turn on the camera, you're ready to go, or do you have to, like, you find yourself needing a couple of minutes to get into it before you hit the button, or?
I'd say I'm normally pretty ready to roll. And actually the GH5 has like a funny thing where it doesn't start recording audio like until maybe 12 frames after you've hit record. So I have been finding that I'm like cutting off the first 12 frames of what I'm saying because I start talking too quickly. And that's always a funny thing. Oftentimes I do end up saying things twice. So, you know, there's normally another take to like get it. I try not to say things more than 3 times because that's just simply too much to have to choose from. Like if you say one thing 3 times, 20 times throughout the day, now you're looking at 60 takes versus 20, and like I'm staying up until 4 o'clock in the morning trying to cut that. So there's a little bit of rhyme to that, but yeah, I'd say I'm pretty much ready to roll. And also I really don't have a couple of minutes to like try to get it down. I think as soon as I'm 50% happy with how I just rolled on the camera, I'll stop recording and I'll move on.
So you're not perfectionist then?
I'm actually very much a perfectionist.
I get what you're talking. Yeah, I did see that.
So again, that kind of has to go back to the day, and it's funny. I'm gonna do a vlog about this. My wife actually last night, and when I was in like a delirious state, Amber, we were about to go to bed, and she's like, "Hey, I just wanted you to know," and she like said this insanely profound statement, and like about me, and it like blew my mind and gave me goosebumps, and then I didn't remember it until like 3 o'clock this afternoon because I was so delirious when she was telling me about it because I was exhausted. I was absolutely exhausted yesterday just due to lack of sleep from the night before. But she basically said, you're not a procrastinator at all. You're 0% a procrastinator, even though you wait until the last minute to do things. It's not that you're procrastinating. It's that you're so much a perfectionist. You know that if you give yourself 2 weeks to do something, you will take 2 weeks doing it, trying to perfect it. But if I've got 24 hours to make my vlog, and sometimes I push that to more like 30 if I don't upload on time, if I've only got 30 hours to make my vlog and I know it needs to get up today, then that commitment is enough to override my perfectionism, but my perfectionism is enough to push the content to the quality that I'm more comfortable with, you know? So it's this play between perfectionism and the commitment. And that's where I think commitment. So I'm a huge advocate of done is better than perfect, but it's not easy for me. You know, I don't think it's easy for any creator. Yes, of course we want everything to be perfect, but the beautiful thing, when we're doing client work, and Chris Howe has a great video on this that he didn't put out, somebody else put out about like inside the brain of a creator or something. The beautiful thing about creating your own content is that you can like legit be okay with done is better than perfect. Whereas when you're creating for someone else, like you're doing anything you can to make it as perfect as you can in their eyes because they're your client. But when it's you really can prioritize the commitment or the story or the imperfection over the perfection simply because it's your thing. So there's something so beautiful about that sort of content creation. Like, and I embrace that. So finding the beauty in imperfection is part of my perfectionism in how this vlog works in my brain. And
do you think by doing the daily vlogs it helped you learn that more? Because it's more of a time frame. It gave you like, you know, no options sometimes is the best way to learn a lesson.
Yep, 100%. I do.
Because I have a lot of trouble with letting go. That's
why I asked.
Yeah, I hold on to the bitter. I've done things that I shouldn't even do, like rendering with heavy. You know, you wait 6 hours, you go to watch it, and it's like, yeah, there's that one little glitch. It's like you don't see, but to me, it's just blaring at me. You know, it's like, at my soul. So,
right. I totally hear that, and that is rough. Like there was one I uploaded that I was really proud of, and I uploaded it, and then I realized like I had forgotten to, or I had dipped audio at the wrong place.
Right.
Oh, there was another one where like the color grade, there was some sort of funky thing that happened in Final Cut, and the color grade in a compound clip messed up, and so like it went dark light, and it was like a really good vlog, and I was like, you know, it's so hard to stomach it, but it was uploaded. Oftentimes, I mean, the way I get around it, I'll be honest, the way I get around it many times is I don't watch it before I upload it. I'm just like, look, this is what it is what it is. It needs to go up right now. I need to leave. I need to start my day. I'm pressing upload.
That's a really good way to do it, actually.
It's good. It's terrifying, but it's good.
Yeah, but that's what, because I want to start doing. We got some vacation coming up this summer in Gaspé. I'm going back Eastern Quebec. Well, we all are, and I want to start shooting again. Sorry, Hans.
So.
I'm bringing you along. Don't worry. Yeah, you and the kids are welcome.
And
too.
you, she's taking home alone. Oh my!
So I want to shoot some more, and I'm going to try to do that. I want to try and do faster editing this time. That's kind of my new goal.
I love it.
Because it's too draining. Like after I'm done, I'm not trying to be dramatic. I literally just want to sleep for a day.
Yeah.
I've been worrying about it for days and dragging it on way longer than it should have been drug on.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to take a page out of your book, I think.
Good.
How long does it take for you to edit your vlog? I know sometimes you do it at night, you know, as you said, like you wake up at 3:30 and you do your editing. But how long does it actually take to do a vlog editing?
It takes me anywhere from, sorry, the air conditioning turned off and I got to go turn it back on because like I'm already sweating. So let me just turn it back on. I'd say it takes me, done. Get down there, conditioning, 69. I'd say it takes me about, generally, like I've cut a vlog in an hour and a half before. That was a little bit more, that was closer to the beginning when I was able to cut that quickly. I'd say the average now is about 3 hours, but there have been vlogs that have taken me up to 8 hours to edit.
Wow.
And so you'd use Final Cut, you said?
I do, yeah.
So I was wondering if you'd talk a little bit about your software preferences, anything just about your, you know, anybody here, we're all video editors. Curious to hear how you work with what some of your
easy tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks, just things
your
about
favorites.
it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. One of my favorite tricks was turning the B key. So B, when you in Final Cut, the native shortcut switches you to the blade tool, right? So then you hit B and then you can go click on your timeline and that will blade whatever you click. I changed B to just blade wherever the playhead is. It blades the default clip or the selected clip. Oh. So then it takes away a keystroke for me because then I'm not hitting B and then having to click. I just have the playhead where I want it. I'm hitting B and it's blading right where I want to blade. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'd say that saves me about 6 minutes per hour.
It does, because cutting's your main part of it.
Right.
I'm a huge proponent of shortcuts. I preach that all the time. The more shortcuts you know, the more time you save.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I mean, I'm pretty much default Final Cut. I do a combination of picking clips in the browser, you know, in and out points and dropping them in. Combo with that between, a lot of times I'll pick the in point, drop it into the timeline, and then blade it out until I've cut it down within the timeline. I think that might be something that's a little bit different than how other editors do it, or how I used to do it when I would be primarily cutting client work. Yeah, Final Cut 10. That's really the only program I use. For thumbnails, sometimes I go into Lightroom, Adobe Lightroom, and yeah, MacBook Pro is what I work on. I shoot on a Panasonic GH5 with a Rode mic.
Have you always been a Mac guy?
What's that?
Have you always been a Mac guy?
Yeah, I've always been a Mac guy. Yeah, since college. In college I had a PC, and then after college I got a Mac, and then I've always been a Mac guy since then. An interesting thing about my setup that a lot of people don't know is that I shoot on a manual lens. So this is a manual aperture and manual focus. So anytime you see a focus issue in my vlog, you can't blame it on the camera or autofocus. It's my fault.
Makes it more challenging too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's
it's actually I'd say it's 6 to 1, half dozen the other. I think that I think there's a lot of issues still with, especially with this camera with autofocus, where people aren't hitting the focus that they want to hit, and they probably have to shooting over just because the camera didn't do the right thing. Right. And I'd prefer that if there's a mistake, that it's my mistake. You know what I mean? Because then I have control to fix it, as opposed to like relying on the gear. So yeah, I have a notch carved into the top of the lens, and then like that, I just I scoot it right to that notch whenever I'm going into my vlog setup. You know what I mean? So whenever I'm like hitting vlog set, and then I know that I'm in focus.
That's interesting.
That's a good tip.
That's really cool. I like the notch.
So, and then after when you upload the video, what is the top tricks to get it out there fast and get the views rolling, which you do?
So oftentimes I'll make sure the title is what I want it to be.
Yeah. And
I'll press upload within Final Cut. You know, so upload directly from Final Cut to YouTube.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then, so before I've done that, I'll export the frame that I want to use as the thumbnail. Right. And I'll share that frame to my phone. All right. I'll bring that frame into Snapseed and I'll edit it, you know, just like bust out the curves or whatever and just make it look a little bit more snappy.
Yeah.
I'll put text over it generally within Final Cut because it's easier for me to position text in Final Cut just because I'm used to it.
Yeah.
So while it's uploading, I'm working on the thumbnail. I'm also probably like eating breakfast or drinking coffee or putting on my shoes and getting ready to leave because I'm constantly pushing up against a deadline. And then as soon as it pops up in Creator Studio or YouTube Studio on my phone, I'll go in and edit it and place the thumbnail, you know, edit the video while it's processing, place the thumbnail, and then just let it go for like the first, you know, let it process without any tags, without any, so this is the wrong way to do this. Don't do this. Nobody do this, but without any tags, without any cards, without any end screen, any of the stuff that you must do in order to like play the algorithm game. I generally, for the first like 3 hours of the upload, don't have any of that. I'd say probably 60% of the time that's the case. When I'm doing it the right way, I will put the tags. I'll put probably 7 tags in Final Cut before I hit upload, so that like YouTube knows those tags before it even starts uploading.
Right.
And then and I'll be uploading it as private. So a lot of times I'm uploading it as public, so I know that like I can leave the house and it's going to publish as soon as it's done, right, or be scheduled to publish at 7 o'clock if I have enough time. But I generally don't have enough time to schedule it unless I'm doing it the right way. If I'm doing it the right way, schedule it for 7 a.m. and then put in like 6 to 10 tags, and then use TubeBuddy, the TubeBuddy suggestion tool, to build out the rest of the tags the whole way up to 500 characters. You know, make sure the title's good. Description, I'll just type up as much as I can, like just kind of stream of consciousness, type up what I think this video is, what I was trying to accomplish, just to give the algorithm something to crawl, you know. And then thumbnail, I'll add some cards in. I do have a default like cards thing, but I don't really like using default cards. I like when cards pop up at like the right times when you're referencing something. And then, you know, end screen, I use end screen templates, but I'll oftentimes change the last video or playlist or channel suggestions afterwards. And I'll do that all before 7 a.m. and then set it to schedule to release at 7 and then let it roll. And that's definitely the best way to do it. I just don't always have time to do it that way.
No, that's a busy morning, especially that time of morning, and because we do it together, and sometimes we find it a chore to get things out in time. So we streamline because like for the live streams, there was a pattern we had, and it's basically when we create one, we open 2 windows, and one is to do the video upload, and then right beside on the other tab, I'm doing the live stream. So I'm copying and pasting thumbnails, and then we use vidIQ, for instance, because it will let you upload thumbnails prior to a live stream.
Yep.
Whereas we use TubeBuddy is for all of our tags doing the same thing.
Yep.
So we saved a list with the main one. So I think it's like 380 characters, right?
Yeah.
That we use every day. And then we add, like, you know, for yourself tonight, we'll be adding tags that suit to you. And
okay, cool. Yeah.
So I'll pass that off to her. She does most of the tags.
And all the cards and the screens and all that.
So our promo video is the same as our thumbnail. So, and I was wondering if, here's my advice I give to a lot of people. I was wondering what you thought about it. When I do my thumbnails, I always compare it to food on a plane versus food on the ground. I tell people not to design their thumbnails based on what you do on an 8x10, but like plain food, they always add way more spice because you have lower taste buds at a high altitude.
Yeah.
Less to be seen on a thumbnail, to add more contrast, to make your colors pop more.
Right.
Then to zoom it out when you're done before you get rid of it. You know, get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's small.
Yeah.
Because some people do that. They'll say like, oh, this is a beautiful mountain scenery, and there's a guy in a canoe and a guy standing. It's gorgeous. But when you turn it into a thumbnail, it's just a bunch of tiny little things, you know, and that's... Right. I was wondering if you do the same kind of idea as well. It looks like
I do. I blast out, and I learned that from Casey. Like, I saw that he was just like blasting contrast, blasting like HDR weirdness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to look good in a video or like on Instagram. No. So I do push a lot of my thumbs to Instagram. So sorry, Instagram followers, but I'm just trying to push my YouTube channel. It doesn't look as great, but in a thumbnail setting, it's you know, it's snappy, it catches your eye, and you're trying to. The point of a thumbnail is to get people to click it. So whatever you got to do. You're
competing against 20 other ones sitting there. You want yours to be the one that people click on, come next.
Yeah.
I use Snapseed too on the phone for editing my photography, actually. So that I do take with a phone. That's the best.
Yeah. I agree. It's great.
Very powerful for a phone.
Yeah. Well, what about your question that you always ask to all of our guests?
Okay. This is my favorite question to ask everybody. I always joke that we're not Jerry Springer. We never make anybody cry or bring out something they haven't seen in 30 years. We just like to go back and get a feel. The stuff that's not usually shared on your videos. And you can start when you're a toddler, teenager, high school, wherever you feel like starting. And just a little bit about yourself to what's got you to where you are today. A little bit about growing up if you want, a bit about family, whatever you feel like sharing.
Cool. Where to start? There's not much that's off limits on my vlog. So I think I've addressed a lot of things about my upbringing, about where I came from, that sort of thing. Yeah, I grew up on a farm and I was outside a lot. I love being outside. I'm the baby of my family, so I have 2 older sisters. And that comes out, I think, a lot in my personality if you're into like birth order personality stuff. My parents got divorced when I was like 5 or 6 or 7 years old. And I lived with my mom for a year, my mom and my sisters for a year. And then after that, I moved back in with my dad. And then from the time I was 7 or 8 until, I mean, forever, I mean, like, you know, college and then getting married, I lived with my dad. So it was my dad and I in a house, and, you know, it was kind of like two, it was a really interesting thing. I like to compare it to The Notebook. You know, The Notebook, the movie that, what's his face? He just lived with his dad. It was like that, you know, we were best friends, and we were, you know, we had this whole mentor-mentee thing going on. We had this really loving relationship. So I'm very close with my dad, and my dad is oftentimes in my comments. Oftentimes, if you go back and watch some of those first 100 vlogs that I'm talking about, you know, back when I had 300 subscribers only, my dad was like the first to comment on every single one of those vlogs. So super supportive father. And my mom as well is in the comments oftentimes too. And that's something that I really like. I think there was another YouTuber where I realized, oh my goodness, this is his mom, you know, and I was like, are you his mom? So I love that. I absolutely love that. And so very close family. I think actually as a result of the divorce, my sisters and I, not just the divorce, but as a result of moving in and like living in a separate house than my sisters, I think that we actually became very close because we had to be intentional about building a relationship as opposed to, you know, just like having an annoying little brother or 2 big sisters or whatever. So got really close with my sisters, you know, just not based on time, but based on intentionality. Yeah. And yeah, so I was in school. I was actually where I deviate from Casey was I was like pretty much a straight A student. I was I loved getting good grades on tests, and like I loved doing well, and kind of with ADHD, I think you can kind of go 2 different ways. You can like get hyper focused on school, or you can get like hyper not focused on school. And thankfully, you know, for my grades anyway, I was able to get hyper focused on school. So I did pretty well in school. And then I saw you have in the description, I went and traveled abroad in Turkey.
Yeah, that was cool.
And that was really, so in high school was when I picked up the camera and for skateboarding. We started making skate videos, my friends and I, and really loved the idea of being able to capture what we just did and play it back and learn from it, you know, and just even like it was exciting to see ourselves on the computer and then on the TV, and I love that. So that was when I kind of fell in love with that medium. At the same time, I was studying photography and learning about some of the basics of light. And so then after I got kind of finished with skating, or just like out of seriously skating, I started making recap videos with my friends of just summertime or like fun events or cliff jumping or whatever we were doing. And I fell in love with that sort of like mixtape video style, right? And I ended up doing that in Turkey. I was like the unofficial videographer of that whole trip, and made some really cool content that I think is still live on my YouTube channel. I think you can go and see all that. And went to Messiah College, studied film, and so got some like more technical and theory training there. And then graduated. I was in fundraising, which is kind of like sales, but you're not selling, again, you're not selling a product, you're selling kind of an idea when you're a fundraiser. And in fundraising for 2.5 years, felt the creative urge, the entrepreneurial urge to kind of jump out. And then 5 years ago, or 6 years ago, it'll be 6 years in December, broke out on my own, started doing freelance video, created the production company, which a lot of this story is now definitely in my vlogs.
Yeah.
And yeah, now here we are.
It's a great story though. And there's always been something in you, right? I was listening with the ADHD part because we have two children that have it, my oldest and my youngest.
Yeah.
And most likely I have it as well, but was never diagnosed. It's a blessing and a curse all at the same time. I was wondering if you felt like that way about it as well. Yeah.
I always try to like pretty gingerly touch on the ability versus disability aspect of ADHD, because for me, I'm going to do a vlog on this as well. But when I went to the doctor in adulthood, it was like 3 or 4 years ago, and I said, I think I have ADD. Like, could you test me for ADD? And they did, and they said, yeah, you've got it. And I was like pretty sad about it, because I was just really struggling like in life to focus and to get stuff done, and I was sad about that. And I was really talking about it as a disability, and the doctor was like, I don't really think it's going to help you to think of this as a disability. What if you think of it like this? And he talked about this one theory of ADHD, that there's like farmers and hunters, and farmers wake up and they have like a checklist of things to do, and like that's how they're driven. They're checking things off this checklist, and that's like what motivates them, is to get that checklist done. But hunters wake up and they're like, I'm hungry. And they walk out into the woods and they're like, I think there's something to eat around here. And so they're, super aware of everything, because they're looking for this one little critter that they're going to get, that they're hunting, right? Yeah. And then as soon as they find that little critter, they zero in on it, and they're able to capture it and get something to eat because they're hungry. And so that, is really, that is, when he said that to me, I was like, that is legit my life. You just explained my life to me, in that when I get excited, I'm very distracted most of the time. But then when I find one little thing that I get excited about, I get hyper focused on that thing, right?
Blinders. You can't see anything. There could be bombs going off beside you, and you can still see that project.
Going for this one thing. And so, it's not necessarily about hunting, but it's like, in the one video, copying Casey, plagiarizing Peter, there's the shot of me like flying up and grabbing that unicorn and tackling it. That's what it feels like. It feels like there's this idea, and you got to get up there and capture it and grab it and get it to kind of feed that creativity inside of you. And so that's that was a really helpful way for me to view ADHD. And
I love that analogy, by the way. I'll be saving that for when my daughter gets older.
Yeah. It's from a book. There's a whole book about it. So look up the book. I don't know. I didn't ever read the book. The doctor just like summarized the book for me in 3 seconds, and then
that's another thing with ADHD. I usually get Xenia to summarize things because I'm not good at staying around if it's the long part. I usually kind of.
He also tunes out when I talk too long.
No, like I'll give you an example. When I worked for the music company, we'd have like Pearl Corporation come in. That's the big guys from Japan, Pearl Drum. Like everybody's in their suit and ties. We're sitting at the board meeting, and they're talking. And I'm like, "Listen, Andrew, come on, Andrew, get back into it, Andrew. Oh God, Andrew, you just missed 5 minutes, Andrew. Get back."
Right.
You know, I found it such a, and I get depressed. Like you, that's why I wanted to say that. I had that real depression. I would drive home after, and I'm like, no, I keep screwing up with this. I'm no good at it. I can't. Because I couldn't keep up. It's not that I didn't care. It's not that I didn't want to hear it. Just it seemed like it was so impossible to stay with everybody. You know, if I could have got up and walked around for a minute, sat back down, I probably would have been fine for another half hour.
Done some push-ups, yeah,
anything. Water in your face, and just a change of venue for a second.
Andrew, let me tell you, like a game changer for me when I started vlogging, and like when everyone who I meet with and know, like started accepting that I was a vlogger. And now I'm like in a meeting and I see an interesting B-roll opportunity. And I'm like, okay, I'm still listening. I'm like getting this B-roll. I'm like getting a B-roll shot. And like, and I say this to everybody. It's like vlogging gave me an excuse to have ADHD and it gave me an almost ability to have it be an accepted part of me. You know, I think it always could have been, I could have said in a meeting that was getting too long and I'm starting to zone out, I could have said, I'm really sorry, I have ADHD. This is hard for me. I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm really sorry. Like, could we go walk and get coffee because I'm just like having a hard time? But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that because I was like, you know, there's a cultural thing going on. But the fact that I can now pick up a camera and like capture a shot of their pencil on their paper or something, I'm like, sorry, it's for the vlog, make a little joke out of it. And they love it and I love it. It's like this freeing, it's so freeing. And yeah, so I totally hear you. And I just think I really wanted to, I just released a video about having ADHD and I really wanted in that video to make it, to try to convey that of like, it's okay to be who you are. It's okay to embrace whatever part of your disability you want to embrace. You know, if you would prefer to call your disability an ability and then embrace all of those pieces, like go for it, you know? And so yeah, I think that the reason I kind of like tread lightly around it is that I know that ADHD specifically is not manageable for some. Right? Like it literally, it doesn't work like a hyper focuser, or it doesn't work like there is no coping mechanism available for some minds to be able to focus in on a thing they're passionate about or anything. It really feels like, you know, you're in the middle of a highway that's going a million different directions. Like I've read a lot of chat forums about people with ADD or ADHD, I mean, who they just can't, there's no way, you know, and they're very sad about it. It's really hard, you know? So I tread lightly because I don't think it's helpful to say like, oh, just think of it this way and it'll become an ability, you know? So that's why I tread lightly. But for me, yes, I do see my disability, especially now that I have a creative outlet to embrace it with, as an ability.
My daughter has developed like a very amazing memory skill from it. And
cool.
That was kind of her coping skill.
Yeah.
And now she's getting treatment and she's doing so much better. I was talking to the teacher and she feels the same way too, that as soon as everything is all set, which will probably be in a year or so, that memory set that she built up those first 6 years is going to take her to the top. Because she'll have that in her arsenal along with, you know, now learning how to cope with it.
She almost has like photographic memory.
Right. I have to give this amazing example because we noticed some things were weird, and then we took the kids to Iceland when she was 4. and there's no chains there, and we're driving it like in the morning. We're in this town, Akadari, and the only thing she recognizes is Toys R Us, and she's like, toy store, toy store. We're like, of course we're not going.
Yeah.
We drive away. I mean, far away, 2.5 hours. We come back like 5 hours later.
Yeah.
Within a kilometer, she's like, toy store, toy store.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is impossible. And sure enough, around the turn, it's there. And it's like, okay, something, you know, you get that children of the corn moment. Like, is this freaking me out? And so they figured she developed it as a coping mechanism at the time.
That's beautiful. I love that.
You know, so
but that's very inspirational what you were saying, and people in chat is saying that too. You know, it hits the bell, so to say. You know, to turn it around and use it as excuse or the resource. And I posted a couple of times a link to your vlog. I watched it about ADHD, and if any of you guys in chat have it, or even if you don't, just go and check it out.
It's really
worth it watching.
Thank you.
As Bottle Caps was making his collision.
Oh yeah, Bottle Caps. It's just Bottle Caps. Well, we definitely have to touch up on your latest biggest explosion. We try to keep it under wraps more, but because it's not
the time is here, my friend.
That is not all what you are, but it's still a great part of what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So how did it happen? I have watched the vlogs around it and Audrey's vlogs. So but for those who maybe don't know the backstory as much, how did you end up being featured on Peter McKinnon's Hero Challenge video? Yeah,
it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it right now.
Give me goosebumps. It's not even my video.
So the number of things that needed to have lined up for it to have happened are just mind-blowing. So it's you know, I saw Audrey. The crazy thing is Audrey made the reason I was introduced to Audrey on YouTube is because she made a video that was called "I Tried to Shoot B-roll like Peter McKinnon," and that popped for her. So it got like 80,000 or 90,000 views, and I saw it. I saw her, I watched her stuff, and then she did a live video, and she's like, hey, I'm going to do a Q&A. Anybody have any questions? I put a question in there. She ended up using that question in that where she answered the question, and I watched it to see if she would answer my question. This was like when I was I was thinking that was like the first live video I ever watched on YouTube.
Wow.
I remember I was doing a time lapse of this mural that I work next to. At any rate, in that live video, she's like, you should join she just said to everybody, you should join my Discord server, which is like a chat room for people to talk about making vids. And I did. And, you know, so I kept getting into vlogging more and more. And I'd occasionally post a video in her Discord server. Well, then I posted a video called, I think it was the first one. It was like, I want a boosted board to give away these boosted boards to small creators, right? To small creators. And as I'm like saying that, I got mad at that terminology, and I kind of went on this little rant of like, there really is no such thing as a small creator in this boosted board video. Well, people in the comments picked up on that and were like, you know, I liked what you said there. So I latched onto that. I was like, that's something I truly believe, that there is no small creator, and made an entire video about that. And in that video, the video was like a story of like trying to print these shirts, right, that say no small creator. And so you know, that video happened, and in that I'm in like white limbo space. I'm like talking about like there's no small creator. It's an oxymoron. It's like a radical, you know, it's a radical vid. And Audrey saw that, and she's like, hey, I really love what you're doing with No Small Creator. I'd love to do a collab at some point. I'm not sure what that would look like, since we're on opposite sides of the country. Like, let's talk about it. And I'm like, so at that same time, I was getting message from someone from my hometown who now lives in New York City. Her name's Maddie. And she had said, let's do a collab where we do parallel shots between New York City and Harrisburg. We show everybody that. Well, we still haven't done that yet. Like, she's kind of building the consistency of her channel back up now that she's graduated from college. I brought that concept up to Audrey. We tried to execute that concept. That didn't work out. I was like, look, let's just roll. Let's pick a Friday. Let's just roll on it. And then we'll cut it as we can cut it, right? we start shooting that day. It's like the most stressful thing I've ever done because it's like not just my story. Now it's almost like client work combined with vlogging work. It was like a really big mind thing. And so we're shooting that. I'm like, this is fun. I recorded a section during that vlog that I didn't end up using, but I was like, hey, look, everybody, if this is horrible, I'm sorry. Like, it was hard to do, right? I was apologizing like midway through the video. Peter McKinnon on that day releases the Peter McKinnon B-roll challenge. Unreal. And I see the video pop up on my thing. I'm like, what is this challenge? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I watch it. It's, you know, cinematic B-roll. He's teaching us all how to do it. And Audrey loves Peter McKinnon. I love Peter McKinnon. I text Audrey. I'm like, we got to incorporate the B-roll challenge into this video. It's gonna be great. She's like, all right, let's do it. And so we did. She cut. So that night and the next morning, I tried to edit that vlog. That was the vlog that took me 8 hours to edit. It was just the hardest thing to do, to try to cut our footage together and do it in a way that I thought like served her, served me, was consistent with what I was expecting, what my audience was like. It was just really hard. It was such a challenge, and I loved it. It was a mind-expanding challenge. Well, she took the challenge one step further and cut our B-roll footage from the challenge together into one sequence, where it was like California B-roll, Pennsylvania B-roll, all cut together. I was in a tunnel. She was outside in a dorm. It was really hard to cut together. She did it. She did it masterfully. I mean, she's 19 years old. She's a film student, and she crushed it and releases it the next day, right? Peter McKinnon then direct messages Audrey and says, hey, I'm going to do this reaction video. Could you send me the high res of this? I didn't find this out until later. Audrey was in class during that. Peter McKinnon was like, I'm gonna do this video in the next hour, so you need to send it to me soon. But Audrey was in class and she couldn't check her phone, so she didn't get that message until 45 minutes. Oh my God! After, and she said she dropped her entire backpack, got her laptop out, set up a hotspot from her cell phone. Her desktop was all messy. She found what she thought was the right file. She uploaded it and she sent him the link with like 4 minutes to spare, right? Oh. And was like, here you go. Sorry it's late. I hope it's on time. I hope you can use it. Anyway, so we were posting on Twitter or something. Audrey then, I think 2 days later, direct messaged me on Twitter and was like, hey, I saw you post about the B-roll challenge. I just want to let you know, like, Peter direct messaged me, and we're like, okay, let's not get our hopes up. Like, maybe he direct messaged a lot of people and he's like narrowing it down now and whatever. So I was taking a shower. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos in the shower, and I was watching YouTube in the shower, and the notification pops up. Peter McKinnon reacts to your B-roll challenge. And I immediately smashed my phone into airplane mode because I'm like, I don't want anybody texting me, or like, if I'm in this video, I want to record myself reacting to it. Right. And I had advised Audrey to do the same thing. So I was like, Audrey, if we're in it, like, you got to record your reaction to it because that's going to be a great video, right? So what's funny is my wife, this is maybe nobody knows this actually. My wife is logged into my Instagram account, so she gets every single Instagram message that I get. Right. And so she actually knew when I came down from the shower, she knew, and she did a great job of not telling me that we were in it, because people had started messaging me like, you're in his video, you're in his video. And so we sit down on the couch and we watch it, and we're the last ones. It's a 17-minute long video, which, like, my attention span, thankfully I was hyper focused on this thing. And Peter, it gets through 5 and he starts to roll, and he says, this next one's a collab between Audrey and her friend Cody, and I'm just like, I just lost it. I couldn't believe it. And so he rolls it. He gives his advice on it of like what he would do differently and the mistakes that we made and stuff like that, and just awesome advice. And I'm just like, I immediately FaceTimed Audrey, and you know, congratulated her, and I just said like, this is crazy, this is insane. And yeah, so that's what happened. What happened after that? Do you have any questions about that before I get into what's next?
No, I think we're spellbound. We can hear ourselves. You have the video playing for YouTube?
What's that?
We can hear ourselves talking. Oh, no, it's gone.
Feedback.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gone?
Yeah, we were hearing ourselves when we were talking for a bit, so it's all good.
All right, sorry. I hope it's not messed up because this is a good story. This has got to, we gotta get this. We gotta get this captured. All right. So I love the game. I love the game of the YouTube algorithm. I love playing that game. I love trying to get my story, my content, and my friends' content, no small creators. I love getting them in front of other people, right? I'm like, I gotta release a video today of everybody who was featured in his video reacting to being featured in his video. So I called my buddy Chris Walter. I'm like, Chris, I don't have time to do this. Peter didn't put the links or anything about, he just said their names. Like, find these people. I'm calling these people. I want to interview all these people. We're going to release a video today of them reacting to Peter reacting to their B-roll, right? So he made that list like immediately. You should check out Chris Walter. He's fantastic when it comes to YouTube SEO. I mean, he's just like, that's the way his brain works. Like, he did it in like an hour. It was like this detailed list. It's the list. It's basically the list that I have in the description of that video. So if you see like how it felt to be featured on Peter.
I just posted the link in the
Okay, great. It's that list. Chris made that and wrote the whole description for that. Like, you know, we love that game. We love that because we do that for work. I mean, that's what we're trying to put our clients' stuff in front of as many people as possible. So it's just a fun game, right? I got to talk to, I believe, 4 of them in person. So yeah, 4 of them in person, yeah. And then I was the 5th, and then the other two I didn't get to talk to in person because one's a doctor. And like, he was pulling like an 18-hour shift, and he's like, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you. I'm like, I got to release this video now, but we got to talk via email. And then the other woman, I forget what she was. Oh, she was in, I forget where she was, but she was going to sleep and she couldn't talk. But she, you know, gave a reaction just over like Instagram message or something like that. And so cut that video. I released it actually much later than I wanted to. I think it wasn't until like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I'd wanted to release it at 5 o'clock. He had released his video at 11 o'clock, I think.
So, my friend, sorry.
Also, thank you very much. But I just felt like it was important because I'm like, we got to capitalize on this. You know, like, this is a chance. This is a chance to get in front of some people.
That's right.
Released that video, and we were second on the keyword search term. Peter McKinnon reacts. We were second in YouTube and incognito on that, you know, and that was like so fun for like 3 days or something. Just to see our vid down there.
I love
well,
it.
The next day then, so like that was released at 9 o'clock. Then I went on from 9 o'clock until 2 o'clock to cut my vlog, which was the making of that video. You know, so it was like, the whole time I was trying to make that video, I was vlogging about making that video, which is like, again, a whole different like way to think, and I love it. And that video is called "How to Capitalize on Something." I don't know. It's the one right after the How It Felt video, and released that, and they both got some good views. Well, Audrey, about a week later, released her full. I react to Peter McKinnon reacting to my B-roll video. And that thing popped. In 3 days, got like 70K views. In a week, got over 100K views. I think it's at like 101 or maybe more by now.
And she got 3,000 subscribers, yeah.
What's that?
She got 3,000 subscribers from it.
Now she's up at over 4,000 that she gained as a result. I mean, not as a result, really. So I made a whole video about this then. But not as a result of that video. Like, it's great that that video popped, and yeah, that put her in front of a lot of people. But the reason she gained those subscribers is because she had been consistent for almost a year telling people, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, this is what this channel is about, so that when people saw that video and came to her channel, they said, yes, of course I want to subscribe because I trust you already because of that consistency, because of that commitment. So it had nothing to do with luck. It had nothing to do with YouTube. I mean, yes, the algorithm put it in front of people. Yes, it was lucky we got selected.
Yep.
But that wasn't the reason she gained subscribers. You know what I'm saying? She gained subscribers because she was consistent. And that's the beautiful thing about it. So, yeah, that's the whole story.
But she already had the work before. It just made her notice more.
Yep. You want to be prepared when the time comes.
Yes.
And you always want to be thinking that we never say small career. We always say up and coming.
Yeah.
You know? And everybody, I always tell people, you know, every big vlog, every big YouTube personality you ever see, Linus Tech Tips, Unbox Therapy, anybody. Yeah. At one point in time, at one moment, if it was only that, we had the exact same number that you have right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's true. It's at one point, at that certain point, every one of us here, they were at the number whatever we're at right now.
Right.
It's not impossible. It's not.
Right. Just do the work.
It is. You know, and a brand is everything. And we use yes, it's a work brand as well. But we are very conscious. We use the same music every night. We use the same look. Everything is always working around building up that brand. So if anybody hears, sees right away, I want them to think Puša Studios.
Yeah.
You know, even if they're not looking at the screen, they hear that music we have for our opening that we use every night or our intros and that. Oh, that's a Puša Studios one. You know, and it is important.
Yep.
You know, your videos, like we were saying tonight, you're not calling everybody. You have a mark now. You have a Cody video. You know what I mean? Like you can pick out certain points. Like, yeah, this is his.
Right. Right.
You're going to be jumping very high soon. I mean, it's just a matter of, I feel moments with you almost before you like start rocketing to the top. So
awesome. Thank you very much for that.
That's why I was glad we get to talk to you now before you get too big. So.
No, I got to come back on. I got to come back on. Whatever happens, I got to come back.
I would love to have you. You know, that's what we've been doing here at the beginning, and everybody's getting to meet every night somebody new and new inspiration, new ideas, and we never do the same people twice. It's always a different genre. Like last night was a farmer from Philadelphia, from Pennsylvania. Yep. Yeah. You know, and that's good. That's what it is because I preach everybody the gray area is so important, especially if you have a niche market, because there's a lot of people that might be a car guy, but they do have an interest in whatever else anybody does. Yours is very broad. This could appeal to anybody, and that's amazing to have, you know? So I really like when people are here today because I'm sure they're just like taking down all kinds of bits of information and inspiration from you.
Yeah, I love it.
What about the family? I know you guys have started lately the couch or coffee talks on the couch with comments, which have now evolved to the whole different section of your channel as well. And I know they sometimes appear in your vlog, sometimes they're not, but they're still a big part of your life, obviously. As you said, you're a family guy. So can you talk a little bit about your family? I have watched the videos of you guys meeting and all the amazing story of the proposal. But if we shorten it up in a story about your family, haven't watched all of your vlogs. So.
Yep. Yeah, so Amber and I met in college, and we dated all the way through college. We got married a year after college, and we had our first baby girl just over 3 years ago, and then we had our second girl just over a year ago, and so we have 2 kids, and you know, that's a game changer. Having kids is a game changer. And yeah, we're super into intentionality with family. You know, I'm not great at it, but I try to keep my phone down whenever I'm with the fam. I try to be really intentional with bedtimes, be really intentional with, like, if I have a night like tonight where I'm, you know, this is different because it's a Saturday, but if there's a night when I'm working late into the night, maybe I'll try to take the next morning off and stay at home with family. So family time's super important. But yeah, that's my fam. That's my fam. What else do you want to know? There's so much, as you know, from Coffee in the comments.
So I'm gonna watch that.
We'll have to have her on sometime. We'll have to do another.
Oh yeah, Amber, I mean, everybody's as you always say in your vlogs, everybody's asking for Amber.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely. I think eventually she will have to do her own channel because it's just it's going to go into her.
Just today we were talking about a takeover where she takes over the vlog for a day, you know, and I think that would get a lot of play. I think people would really like that.
Oh, definitely. That would be a great idea.
That would be actually really great. Because everyone's that hunger to see her take over for the tour, she would go with it and that, you know, at her at the road.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. If you can just talk a little bit about that amazing story of your proposal, because I watched it a couple of times. I was
she's been biting at the bit since before we started for this.
Like,
yeah.
It's just like offing, you know, every time, and it's so sweet. Yeah. I mean, the length of the work that you went to prepare for it.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I'll give it a shot here. I'll try to do the 5-minute version. So it was the end of college, and I had already graduated, but Amber still had 1 semester left. We wanted to go up to Boston to visit one of our friends for the longest time for all of college, and so we planned that trip. We went up there, super chill time, went out to eat on Saturday night, and my buddy who lived up there was like, we want to take you to this nice place afterwards to kind of like see the evening sun in this setting. We're driving there, and we come around this corner, and there's a police officer who's parked across the road, and he says, you're not going to be able to get through here. There's a water main break, and the road got washed out. And we're like, well, what are we supposed to do? We're trying to get down to Gordon College. And he's like, I don't think you're going to be able to get down there. And we're like, okay. And he's like, you're on a peninsula. Like, this is the only road that connects this road to that road. The other way that you could go is like 6-hour drive or something. And we're like, well, what do you want us to do? And he's like, there's a bed and breakfast right next to you. There's one right down the road. There's a hotel back like in town, but you're going to have to spend the night here. This will be fixed by the morning. And we're like, all right, well, it's kind of an adventure. Let's go into this bed and breakfast. There was room. We got rooms, and there was like this one massive, awesome suite for all of the girls. There were three girls, and they stayed in that room. And the guys stayed in these like 2 littler, weirder rooms that were still great. Don't get me wrong, they're great. It's like Seaport. I think it's called the Seaport Inn in Rockport, Massachusetts. If anyone wants to go visit. And woke up the next morning and had breakfast. Went up to take some pictures. And long story short, I passed off the camera. I was the photographer of the group. I passed off the camera while Amber was turned around. She turned back around, and I dropped down on one knee, and I proposed, and she said yes, and we hugged. And then as we pulled back from each other, and I said, and also, this whole thing was a setup. We had hired the police to shut down that road. We had booked the inn like months ahead of time. We had booked the police like 6 months ahead of time. The whole thing was a complete setup just to get us stuck there in an adventure that led to this, like, you know, climactic proposal. And that's what it was. So I used every ounce of producing power that I could muster to be able to kind of create this movie-like scenario as well. Like, it's my best producing job I've ever done.
Yeah, that's very well put.
That is well put.
I loved the bit when you were talking about that you had your phone in your pocket.
Yeah.
And when you hug, and you actually can hear your heart beating.
Right. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
She was bubbling.
I only watched the video you talking about it, but I just saw that it's so, like, even the details like that you probably didn't plan. I don't know. Did you? But it was so.
Yeah. No. So I did plan that. But if you go to that video where you can hear my heart beating is on my channel. I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter and direct message right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Do you think you don't have to post that? Like, that's not a great video, and it uses.
No, I just thought it's amazing. Yeah. Like, so. Yeah.
That was Exonia's highlight. I would say.
I love romantic stories, and it was, as you said, it was your best production ever, and exactly that. You know, it's so sweet.
Thank you.
She's a hopeless romantic, so that was right up her alley. So
yeah. It was so amazing. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, there we go. I just put it up, so anybody wants to check that out. The heartbeat. This is really cool. Is there music onto it, like copyright music?
There's copyrighted music. Yeah, is it still there or is it gone?
I just didn't want to open it up while we were on live. I put it out.
Right.
I didn't open it in case there was. So.
Yeah, no, the music is still there. It's from Jerry Maguire.
Oh, okay.
Secret Garden, I think, but it's a fine video. Check it out.
I think that's fun. It's nice that it's amazing how we can preserve memories now.
I know. When I talk a lot about like our great grandkids getting to hang out with us in a vlog. You know what I mean? Like can you imagine seeing a vlog that your great grandpa made? I can't even imagine it. So, and that's what we're doing right now every day. It's crazy.
I always do that once in a while. I'll say hello to my great grandkids that are watching. You know, I'll throw it out every now and then.
That's weird.
It is. And I mean, like people say, oh, well, YouTube's not going to be around. Of course it's not going to be around, but it's not going to go away. It's going to be preserved in whatever format, whatever platform, there's some way to access all of this. It's not going anywhere. We're here forever now. So
yeah,
it's cool. You know, the world does have a lot of amazing. I keep telling people it's amazing. Like when we had this natural journey from New Zealand, like to sit in Montreal, interview somebody from New Zealand, have a crowd from all over the world, be able to share documents right on go. I mean, you can't even fathom we're broadcasting. Yeah, for free. Yeah, people. It's mind baffling how much we've changed in such a short amount. Just from a couple of years ago, we couldn't.
I know. I'm right there with you. I totally agree.
It's changes, and we have kids that are 20, 11, and 7, and they really each grew up in their own generation now.
Oh wow, yeah.
When you think of it, you know, from touchscreen to mouse to Pentium to, there's been nothing really in common with their first 5 years of their life as far as technology goes. Crazy. And that's cool. You know, there's going to be good and bad and everything. I always say everything in life is like a gun, and the right hand is a great tool, and the wrong hand is a weapon. Yeah. And technology is the same way. Very true. Try to use this for as much good as possible. Yeah. You've been so amazing. I knew exactly. I can still feel her from that wet story.
I just wanted to ask a question about the kids, since you did mention about it. When you're vlogging, do you think about the long-term future, so to say, of your vlogs? Because when we have sometimes talked about doing maybe that, or I thought when the Instagram, before it released the new long videos, do the IG stories, I always struggle with how far is okay to go, because it might be okay now, but who knows how it would influence, you know, possibly the future of our children. I don't know what is going to be okay then, and you know, it's okay now. Yeah. Think about it, or how? I think about it a lot. Yeah.
So where I've kind of landed with it is that I honestly think, so like Peter McKinnon is a great example of someone who doesn't put his kids in any vlog, right? Exactly. I put my kids in some vlogs. You know, some family vloggers put their kids in every vlog. Yeah. So there's like, we're everywhere on the spectrum. Here's what I think. I think that, especially the personality of my oldest daughter, I think there's just as good of a chance of her being upset and negatively affected by not being in any vlogs as there is of her by being in vlogs, right? Yeah. So like, it's similar to what you were saying about guns and technology. Like, yeah, it could really go either way. It really could go either way. And so we just got to make a choice and try to be responsible people and just like do what we're thinking is going to be best for the current situation, and then deal with whatever the consequences are in the future. But I do think that there is a high risk for negative influence, but I also don't think, you know, high risk, or just like a high risk for an issue to deal with. And that's what I see it as, is like, it's going to be something that, say a lot of people get to see a vlog that Finley or Avery is in, and that they don't love that when they turn 12 because it's embarrassing or something like that. Yeah. That's going to be something that we deal with, just like you deal with scraped knees, or like you deal with accidentally seeing, you know, your daughter seeing their parents fight, or you deal with someone bullying them at school. Like, life is hard. Life is hard. There's just stuff to deal with. And if this is something else I'm giving my kids to deal with, then so be it. I think either way, I'm either giving them something to deal with in that the fact that they're in them, or I'm giving them something to deal with in the fact that they're not in them. So I'm just down to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
As our daughter is kind of our go-to model. Whenever we're stuck, we need somebody into it. We bring her. The boys, they don't like being on the camera quite as much. We had Chris on one night when we had a younger gaming dude was on with his dad. We brought him on for a while.
Yeah, cool.
And our daughter one night, we let her open up. I think it was for the balloon guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And we put Audrey in front, and she's 7, and she couldn't come up with anything. We let her open it. We went out in the hallway. And it's all cute, but at the same time, I had my phone open with the broadcast button to turn it off because you never know what she's going to say. You know,
right?
He's under. You know, like
she was starting to complain about your driving that day.
Yeah,
driving too fast.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Not enough to kill the broadcast, but enough to jump in. It's like, okay, you know, she's a live wire. You know. Yeah. When you were talking a while ago, I know some have seen this already. We were talking about proposals and that. We got married in Iceland, and we were talking about tags a while ago, and that's on our personal site.
Yeah.
And we never tagged it or nothing. We just put it up, and we went and found it, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
And it's up to like 28,500 views. Like,
wow. We never did anything with it.
It was the orphan video. It's like our best performing video. You know?
I love it.
So yeah, if you want your video to perform well, just
don't touch it. Don't breathe on it. Don't do anything.
Yeah,
that's it. It's either that was but we had 3 main things in the title: was Viking, wedding, Iceland, which are all
that'll do it.
You know, so but we never did a thing to it. We never touched it. Forgot it was there.
Awesome.
We're working so hard in this video, we completely forgot about that one. So
talking about jumping onto the opportunities, as you talked about Peter McKinnon's and capitalizing on that, how do you see the IGTV now? Are you jumping on that?
I don't think that I'm gonna do it. I think so. I'm definitely not gonna do it daily, but I think that there is some opportunity if I'm able to figure out how it would work systematically for me to do it like weekly. I think it could be a cool opportunity. My buddy Eric Wen, who has a fantastic. He just graduated from college. He went to Audrey's college and UC Davis. He just posted a fantastic article in the No Small Creator Facebook group, or it was a video, but he kind of dissected it into a bullet pointed list for me, which is fantastic because that's what I needed instead of watching a 20-minute video. And so I don't think that I'm not sure how it's going to go. But I definitely think that it's an opportunity, and any way that someone can engage with it is a good idea. You know, I think I'm a Gary Vee disciple, so I'm like, anything new, I think you should at least give it a shot. I think you should learn about it. I think you should figure out how you could incorporate it. And so, I'd say if you've got capacity, hop on there. Right now, I don't have capacity to do it, but I'm trying to figure out how I could kind of work it in. But somebody that I follow religiously, his name's Jack Stoles. He posted one like immediately, almost as soon as they released it, and like he's like shooting with his camera literally sideways, his DSLR, and cutting a sweet cinematic B-roll, and he calls it like mundane Mondays or something, B-roll, and Jack Stoll. So fantastic use of it already. So I think it's got some potential.
Well, there's so many different avenues. I think the next 3 years is really going to open up for a lot of different avenues for video. I think this is really where it's going to finally take off, and it's going to be scary and exciting all at the same time.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real time to branch out and put your feet in as many waters as you can, because you don't know which ones will take off.
Yeah, right. At least be engaged enough to get dangerous if you need to. You know what I mean? Like if you need to hop on, if like for whatever reason you figure out some secret or someone invites you to collab on some other platform and you're completely oblivious to it, it'd be better to have like some understanding of it than none at all, you know? So,
because I agree with you on that. Open your horizons, ask about it. Even if it doesn't look in the end like it's going to suit you, at least know something about it. Make an educated decision not to go near it.
Yeah.
But be open to all opportunities that come.
Yep.
Because I always say, look at the big guys. Another one is Linus Tech Tips is like the other Peter McKinnon for me.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people, don't reinvent the wheel. Watch what these guys are doing. If they're doing something, it's usually they've already spent the money, you know?
Right.
And they just open up. I don't know if you know that they open up their new platform. They're actually hosting it themselves, their own pay-per-views.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. And they're taking on now some of the tech guys by invitation only. It's $3 a month. You get exclusive content and that. They're investing a lot of money. They're growing like crazy because they see a need for it, because they're worried about YouTube. They're worried about, you know, like Twitch and everything else. They were on Vessel and got booted out of there with no warning. So they've made their mistakes.
Yeah.
So they're opening and they actually got in trouble last night because they do a Twitch live stream every Friday. Now this is somebody that's what, 6.5 million viewers?
Yeah.
They do a YouTube live stream for 2 minutes announcing they're on Twitch. And then after Twitch is done, they upload it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they got nailed by YouTube last night for doing a Twitch promotion, which is considered spam. So
Oh, wow.
down, and anybody on YouTube who's promoting any other platform to go to, they're starting to hit copyright strikes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they're considered to be spam.
Yeah.
And spamming is not allowed. Therefore, they ban people from live streaming, for example. If
yeah, they got banned.
That's
what they're laughing about. They actually got banned for live streaming on YouTube by not live streaming on YouTube. That was the punishment, not being able to.
Right.
And it feels like the loyalty, you know, all those guys, like 6.5 million viewers, they should really like be kissing their ass in theory. They're even getting nailed with stuff. So what would they do to us, you know?
Yeah, right.
Bro, you got to be on your guard. You got to be smart and watch what you're doing and stuff like that. Like I did the Cheers video, like that's what I was telling people, like go before to the audio library and make sure it's not a copyright strike, because we never use that music. So but I already knew that. Go and make sure you can use it, that you're not going to get in trouble for it. You don't want those things.
Yep.
What do you think is going to be the future of YouTube and of video production, since you are in the daily business of it? What is the new thing or the future thing to go into?
I think the future of video production is artificial intelligent editing, and then potentially artificially intelligent capturing. So, you know, are you on Google Photos? Do you have Google Photos?
Yep.
So now Google Photos is cutting those like really fun little videos of your life together for you just automatically.
Yep.
Like I remember the first time we showed one of them, I think it was my mother-in-law was like, "Oh, Cody, that video you made was so great." I was like, "I didn't make that video. A robot made that video." And you know, that's only going to get better. It's only going to get better with it being able to listen to words, to recognize emotions on faces, to recognize the beautiful pieces of footage, and it's going to be, once it gets that smart, it's going to be so much faster to cut a vlog, any piece really, based on an algorithm, based on a robot. So I think that the future of video production, that's why I say to everybody, document, 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 document. Like, just roll camera on anything that you're doing, because even if you have no idea how to edit it, someday, whether it's in a year or 2 years or 5 years or 20 years, something or someone or whatever is going to be able to make a legit awesome documentary about what you built. So like, roll camera, you know what I mean? And that's what I think the future of video production is. So I think that that has a lot of, you know, I think for now we still need to be rolling ourselves. You know, you still need to be cinematographer. I do think eventually that could potentially be, you know, machined out as well. So yeah, that's what I think. I'm not really super nervous about it. I think obviously at that point my company will have to pivot, but yeah, that's what I see as the future.
I think our cameras are going to be more in tune with our retina and everything. It's not going to be like Google Glasses, but it's going to work in correlation with it. It's almost good. You can sit the camera in the front, but the lens is going to be more interactive with the eye. And it's going to see things more where we're seeing them without actually having to go through the whole focusing feature.
Interesting.
Of the shot. Like we say, we're just shooting at the wall right now. Nobody knows. I've always kind of figured that might be a direction it might go to.
Yeah, yeah.
Which would be cool for vloggers. I mean, you know, just to take a lot of it out in that part for especially B-roll and the,
for sure,
to look at a field and the, you know, because that's what I think we always try to do is capture the first. If you drive to a great field, the sun's great, you know, the wheat's coming up, trees. the whole thing we do as soon as we arrive is go back and try and recapture how we first seen it when we drove in. You know, we're trying to recapture that excitement, that first initial shot.
Right.
Have that, it would actually speed up that process by doing
that process. The other thing, and I think that this is sooner, is that I think that these things will soon be able to shoot much more cinematic looking footage, like similar to how portrait mode makes a photo look a little bit more professional with like a shallow depth of field or like a bokeh. I think that video very soon is going to start looking that same way, like processed bokeh. I think that that's going to open up a lot of opportunities for people to get into cinematic looking vlogs and cinematic looking DIY content.
Definitely, especially with the new gimbals out from DJI and all them, the mobiles and that. It's going to really be a game changer with phones because they are amazing cameras already, and it's only the sky's the limit. We've realized. The add-on lenses you can get now for them and stuff like that, they're already going towards that area. I agree with you. I think that is coming very soon. We shoot everything actually with the DJI Osmo, the original Osmo with the camera. That's what all of our videos are shot with. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's kind of versatile, a little cumbersome like to get started because there is the delay in start.
But powered up, right.
Yeah, but I have the shaky hand, so it was always when I got the Z-axis installed, now I can do all the walk. It was a godsend, but now it's getting that new one that you can attach any phone to is really interesting from DJI.
Very much.
Saying that his all his videos are shot on his S8.
Yep.
You know, phones are the future too.
Argomorbid, we always bring him up. That shoots with a tiny little camera. This like amazing 4K camera. It's the size of two lighters together.
Cost $150.
And some of the best video I've seen in a long while. I
love it.
He does his vlogging. Everybody thinks he's just blocking the sun out of his eyes, but he's got a camera in there.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's so amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
The last thing I wanted to ask you was, because I know you use Final Cut, what do you think though of Premiere with the new features, like about color grading, like Peter was showing based on one piece of
color matching?
Yeah, and maybe they're doing it for Final Cut. I'm not sure. Maybe
photography has been doing it for a while, so it's exciting to see it in a video as well.
Yeah, Final Cut does it. It's not great. Final Cut doesn't do a great job of it. So like you can only use it in very limited scenarios where like the lighting's pretty similar. It just does a pretty bad job. But yeah, I mean, I think all that's going to get a lot easier.
Yeah,
just more intuitive. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, more people are making videos on the fly. Like more people are doing daily vlogs and stuff like that. And those tools, same as the audio dipping in that. So. That the audio dipping automatically when you add in your different points and that saves.
I love that. That'd be a huge time saver. That'd probably save me 20 minutes per day.
That is a big job. I know, going in and resetting all your Bazille and all that stuff. So you better let this poor guy go.
So what is there for us to watch out for your next big thing? What are we expecting?
Just it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more. We got some tricks up our sleeve, you know. But I'm gonna keep having ideas. I'm gonna keep trying to get them done, you know. So every single day, 7 a.m. if I'm lucky. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to put out something that is compelling and that is encouraging and that hopefully teaches somebody something that can help them change the world or help them help somebody else change the world.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing. Thank you so much
so
for
excited
making
for what's
time.
coming. Yes, and thank you so much.
Thank you very, very, very much. I love it.
And keep in touch, I hope.
All right, will do.
You take care of yourself, and thank you once again for your time tonight. You've been more than gracious.
Thank you. Have a great night. Bye.
You too. All the best. Bye now.
You know, the question that I had about how you can ever make this all happen, you know, the life, family, business, owning and vlogging every day. And the answer is 4.5 hours sleep. But because it is amazing the amount of work, creative work, which is very mentally exhausting in a way as well. He does, you know, it's very inspirational. It's and as you see in a chat going through as well, you know, Cody, if you can just roll through the chat afterwards for all the positive messages and feedback that people have said listening to you talking, how inspirational and motivational what you're talking about is, no matter if it's ADHD,
Yeah, no.
or
I
if
really
it is being
appreciate
a
it.
blogger or a businessman or family person.
I really enjoyed his talk tonight about ADHD. It's so nice to hear what he was saying and how it was looked at, that story about hunting and versus farmer. That was really, really amazing.
I think you should take on vlogging because I really like the part of what you say, what he was saying about having a legit excuse, so to say.
I honestly, some people got the character for vlogging. I don't think I have it. But I would like to incorporate what he's saying about that into doing videos again.
Yeah.
That would be more. He's got that personality. He's meant to be in front of a camera. Like you hear the guy, you're
he's
like
very
right away.
Charismatic, and
he's at home with it. He does an amazing job. Really great.
It was so nice to have him on, and thanks again, big thanks to Joey who introduced us to Cody's work and suggested to have him on.
Sorry guys, I'm clicking around here, moving something. Once again, my ADHD kicking in, trying to do 10 things at once and not one of them fully. That's why the other night when I had it still on screen sharing and they're watching me tapping back before tabs, I'm like, well, this is pretty much what I do.
Yeah, when I was watching Cody's video about ADD, I'm like, yes, okay, I know this. This is what's going on. Yeah, that's my
husband.
There,
done that.
Yeah. So definitely, if you have somebody that is suffering from that, or it's you yourself, go and check it out. Cody, by the way, is hitting his 2500s very shortly. I hope we helped him along the way doing that. He is at 2470, so just 30 off.
Yeah. If anybody hasn't joined him yet, join him, because I mean you're gonna get a lot of inspiration from his videos. Are really inspirational.
Yes, definitely, and he's up and coming and shooting like a comet, as I said on my Twitter today, on my Twitter post on our profile today. He's shooting up there, and you definitely can learn a lot. There's also, for you guys who are making vlogs and some B-roll as well, there is some editing tips as well, sometimes incorporated. So check that as well. Definitely, it was amazing to have him on and very inspiring.
It was. I wish I could have that kind of energy. I like how he harnesses it and it's still raw at the same time.
Yes.
You know, that's a hard pony to tame, as the old expression goes, and he definitely does it.
Yeah.
The guy has a lot of talent, and you guys have a lot of talent too. I mean, there's such a great mix of everybody in here. So like, everybody here has a lot to bring to the table. Never forget just how great your work is, and that you have such a great voice.
Yeah, and as we were talking, you know, just keep creating and doing what you love and preparing yourself, as Cody was saying about Audrey, for when it hits, so to say. Because Cody had 300 subscribers just a couple of months ago. And, you know, he keeps doing what he loves and keeps putting it out there. And you can see it in his videos. And also now it has it's been paying off in YouTube as well.
I mean, we don't have as much, but I mean, even our work, I mean, your photos, my videos, I mean, we were putting a lot of work when we only had 42 subscribers in February.
Yes.
You know, and it's disheartening, but there will be a time when people will get to see it. And I always believe that we should have our best work ready for when people do come.
Exactly.
You know, we just celebrated 1700 the other day. We're almost at 1730.
Yes, that's amazing. That's amazing. And for you guys who haven't seen our Cheers video, go and check it out. It's a little throwback to the 1700 celebration. A shout out tribute corporation, so to say. Check it out. Definitely leave a comment if you have. Share it if you can. Cheers video.
Oh, thank you, Jane Bond. That's so nice of you to say. We always said that you guys in the chat make 80% of this. You know, you and the guest, excuse me. We just kind of tried to bring together a platform. Without you guys, it would be honestly nothing. It's you guys that make it what it is. We always go on about the blue wrenches. That's because everybody's been so amazing to each other, so awesome to each other. We spent less time on arguing, like you see in some groups, and it's been more time of just enjoying each other and building good connections. I see you guys getting to know each other, learning from each other. That's that's amazing to watch.
Yes. And that's what it's all about. That's what it all should be, is encouraging each other, you know, inspiring each other.
Fireworks. We have Saint Jean de Baptiste weekend going
that's
on,
right.
so
Yeah, I forgot about it.
it's the Quebec provincial celebration.
Oh, and in Latvia is Midsummer's Night celebration too. So
there you. That's right.
Yeah, so we can look at it that way. So you're gonna hear a lot of popping right now because people are putting out their fireworks, although they are illegal in Montreal. But that's okay.
Oh my God, I remember the first New Year's that I spent over in Latvia.
Oh yeah.
And they had all these fireworks, and I swear to God, they were like mortar shells. They're all probably like illegal ones brought in from, you know, the back part of Russia and stuff like that. And all the buildings are the same size, and they're all cement. And it was during old New Year's, and you walk into the streets, and you'd almost want to duck and cover half the time.
Yeah, when my mother, like where I grew up, we were on the 10th floor in the building, and when you come out in the New Year's Eve, you feel like in the middle of the war. Basically, it's just pretty, but sounds are the same because shooting from everywhere. It is allowed to do that there, so it's quite impressive.
It was fun. I always like stuff like that. Anything off the beaten path, so that was good.
Yeah, our here is July 1st, which is coming up next week. It's Canada Day, and it's our wedding anniversary.
That's right, so I can never forget it.
It's also Pannington's wedding anniversary, and I think also Gutsa Life. I'm not sure, but I think it's also was them. I have written it down, so I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, so it's gonna be it's Sunday, so we're not gonna be on, but we're looking forward to that. We got married on Canada Day, so it's easy to remember.
I'm just writing Cody here.
Cody got to still go and work. He's always busy.
Thank you for your time, because with your schedule, we understand that it's super precious. So it's a rare commodity. So
yeah, every minute is a jewel.
Yes.
Okay. So tomorrow we're not going to be on, although who knows? There might be some surprises. Last week were surprises. We'll see. But officially, we are on starting Monday again, Monday to Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern next week. And Monday, we're going to have a model, a creative person, Serafina Pro, which is a girlfriend of Chris, Paper-Free Chris, that we had as a guest. She is blowing off her Instagram or blowing away Instagram. And she's also on YouTube. She's also on YouTube and Twitter. She does make videos on YouTube as well, but she's an amazing person. Really looking forward to talk with her. We also have our Tuesday Tech Talk on Tuesday, and since it's probably one of the, I think it's the last one before our vacation time, we're going to repeat our highlight shout out video series that we started last week. We're not going to do them every week, but because we're going on vacation, we're going to do it again. It's a screen time for those channels that win the game. Come in on Tuesday at 8 p.m. It's really fun, and people seem to very enjoy it. Next week, we also have Donna Shaw and Bread Trucker, and we have a podcaster, Dan I can't pronounce anything today. Febrer. That was awful. He has a podcast about Is It True? About movies and the facts. So that's going to be our ending of our season 1 of Live with Puša.
And just Cody mentioned that he totally forgot to talk about my collab with Metal for Breakfast.
Oh my God! Yes, I gotta mention that. Okay, so you guys gotta go and check out Metal for Breakfast channel. He also was trying to convince Peter McKinnon not to hire him. A very hilarious video, a couple of them actually. And Peter McKinnon was showing it on his video. So it's fun.
It is. It is good fun.
And now, I think it was today or yesterday, he posted a video addressed to Cody where he says, we are gotta break internet. We gotta break internet, and us two are the ones to do it. You got to watch the video on Metal for Breakfast. That's where he's talking about it. He's talking about Cody and basically asking him if he's on it, and Cody's on it.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, they're
that
gonna
was
do
cool
it.
the way that was short notice too, to pull that all off.
Oh yeah, and they don't know yet how and what because they live in different places. But we are so looking forward to it. It's going to be epic. Two amazing creators with crazy ideas. I just can't wait to see the result of it. It's going to be amazing. So definitely check that out. Cody put the link there. Check it out. It's worth it. And therefore, you have to follow Cody to see the updates on it because it's definitely going to break internet. I'm telling you. That's for sure.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't open too much stuff here.
Yeah, and
I got 10 things going tonight. Oh my god, I'm I worked myself into a mess, pretty much. That's the short version of it. Well, I got looking at everybody else's channels, grabbing some new ones that we had. But, yeah.
So tomorrow we're not going to be on. Tomorrow ATGH Travels has their live stream at 6. Panic D Videos has their live stream. I don't remember. I think at 5. Down the Rabbit Hole has their live stream with the first interview ever. And I don't remember what time, but you got to go on her channel and check it out. 10
Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, maybe.
Might be. Yeah. And then usually Helos and Heathens has their live stream on Sundays too. So there's a whole bunch of things we have to watch tomorrow. Definitely looking forward to that. And we're going to be back on Monday, as we were saying, with our talks before our vacation. And in July, starting with our wedding anniversary, we're going on a vacation. So our schedule is not going to be as scheduled. Yeah. For a little while for the summer. We're not going to go. But by the way, I've heard the rumor. I heard the rumor that we were ending our live streams. A couple people have messaged us. Yeah. And I have seen some other messages asking each other if we are done. Yeah. We're not. We're not done. We're here. We're not going anywhere. But in the summer, if by chance you happen not to see us at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're on vacation. Yeah. But we're still here and coming back.
And we're breaking it up. It's not like we're going to be gone for 2 months. We're taking like blocks of time in between, and that's spent with the kids. We got to do some things and stuff.
Yeah, and there's going to be less internet where we are, so therefore going to be less scheduled.
But hopefully going to shoot some more videos. That's what I'm trying to do, and maybe get up some new ones in between. So because I am missing editing. I'm actually thinking of maybe next week going and laying down the money and getting a new computer for editing. So we'll see how that plays.
Are you playing reruns while you're gone? You're supposed to do while you're not here. Yeah. Well, we figured something out. There are going to be more videos, maybe a little bit of vlogging. That's why we were asking as well. We'll try maybe to do that a bit. Maybe shorter videos here and there. There will be some guests here and there. It's just hard to schedule if we don't really know when we are going to be available on the internet. So guest scheduling is going to be harder. But we are going to get back with the guests after we're back from vacation. I have already people lined up that I have to pencil in the calendar and find the dates. So yeah, it's just going to be a little bit more hectic, but we're still here.
Since Cody's already doing vlogging, maybe we'll go into vlogging.
What is vlogging? And white vlogging?
I don't know. It's just for I don't know. We could be floggers. There you
go. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, the new genre on YouTube, the vlogging channels. Well, I like to use an old leather whip with a double touch. They'll all have their trademark moves and stuff like that.
It's our 4th year anniversary. We have been together more than that, but we have been married only for 4 years.
I was going to say 3, so there you go. Blue Ridge Vloggers, that's right. I love that. That's a little...
Vlogger vlogging.
That's the look that Marianne gives me all the time, Andrew. Shit. Yeah, flogger flogging. Yeah, that's right. There you go, guys. You might have just witnessed the birth of a new YouTube genre. So there you go.
Oh, by the way, I forgot something. In all my big spiel here, we're going to be on as a guest on Tuesday.
Yes, that's right.
On Japanese Lifestyle UK. You remember our guest a couple of weeks ago? We're going to be on his live stream on Tuesday, right before ours. So basically, it's going to be back to back. It's going to be 5:30 Eastern on his channel. We're going to be guests, and then we're going to be switching right after on to our Tuesday Tech Talk highlights.
Which is really cool, the guy, because it's the middle of the week. He's in, like the time difference and stuff. So,
yeah, it's going to be 10 o'clock at his time.
Yeah. So
he's accommodating us again. Yeah. So very thankful to that, but very excited to be on his live stream.
And as a side note, guys, I want to bring him up. He's a great example of somebody that came on here and got to meet a lot of you guys. And I go back and see the comments you've been writing on his videos since getting to know him and realizing what kind of like a great example of getting to know the person behind the camera. And it's really nice to see. I'm really happy when that happens. We could see someone that came over from there and really enjoying his work more, and his channel's grown more from it and stuff like that. And he really does appreciate it. He's already mentioned it through Twitter.
Oh yeah, he always tweets. He because of the time difference, he can't always watch us live. But they always, him and his wife, watch us with their coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
And then he retweets usually a picture or a comment or something, which is, I appreciate it so much. So as much as Panic D's, we are every day 8 p.m. TV show. For them, it's their morning TV show. So that's so much appreciated.
That's natural journey with their lunchtime break.
Yes, that's true too. Today they were at home, but usually they are on their lunchtime. That's right.
Yeah, they were just writing this not right now. The interviewees being interviewed. That's right. It's a weird feeling. It's weird because I'm always clicking the. We've done it with before that on some other ones with Rick and them.
Yeah.
And I got to watch myself not clicking the windows to put it back on me or on them because it's just natural.
Yeah, and I'm just always watching the chat, the same as it was when we were on Halo's podcast. It was also hard not to try and guide it, so to say. Farmal Fanatic, our this week's guest, is on the chat as well. Welcome.
It's getting redundant saying getting to know her behind the camera. Everybody's in front of the camera. Yeah, I know, Valo. I know. Little things about them that they don't usually talk about in their vlog and stuff, but you're right. You are right, sir.
How do you put colors around the channel name? Oh, if you want to address somebody, you put hashtag channel name or at channel name. If you use phone, it's better to use hashtag, and it highlights it up for the person that you're putting it on. You're not gonna see it. It's just like, I'm gonna try it with you now. ATGH Travels, and I'm just click on the suggested channel, and now I messaged it to you, and you should be able to see it in orange.
Yeah. So if you do the same thing, if you put the @ sign and our name right after it, as soon as you start typing PU, we're in the channel, it will automatically come up. And then you see that.
Not only if you're in the phone. You just have to put hashtag in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Natural Journey. Now it's an afternoon tea.
I've seen that,
From lunchtime.
No.
Down the rabbit hole, finally. Peace and quiet and wine. Did you send me that recipe of that icy goodness that has alcohol in it? Family recipe?
Oh.
Yeah. Did you send me that? Did I miss it?
You're very welcome, Andrew. Yeah, they don't come with much instructions here when you first get into chats and stuff like that to do anything like that. It's just kind of, don't be shy. Always ask somebody because they don't give you too much to find it out without it. So
yeah. Oh, I'm thinking now again. I'm just thinking with what is going to happen while we are not on. I'm trying to answer Panic this question. I also have a review coming up, a product review. It takes a while to test it. Not gonna tell yet what is it, but it takes a while to test it. I think it's gonna help a lot of people too. I can say it's not a beauty product. It's something that can actually help people.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be coming up in the time that we are on vacation, so to say, as well.
Did you hear that Marianne is going to be making
Really? Sealies.
Sealies. Oh, so okay.
Smear case. Oh,
cool.
Interesting.
You guys are doing so, and once again, you guys on your thumbnails, great job, by the way. Again, you're really getting it. You're really putting in the work, and you can see it. So
yeah, ITGH Travels and Panic D Videos both reached their 1,000 this week.
Congratulations,
so we were
you guys!
So
both.
happy.
Yeah.
And our friends reached their 1,000 finally.
And it's well deserved. It's not a channel just for hitting 1,000. Like, you guys have really been putting in the work into it. You truly, truly deserve it. So we're really proud of you. It's not like you've been just sitting on your laurels the whole time. You guys put a lot of work in your channel, and you're always revamping stuff. I see you, not in just our channel, but other channels, always asking for advice, tips. Somebody gives something, you're always running with it. So
yeah, and ATGH has really been utilizing Instagram for their channel. They're really tying it up together. So that's also a smart move. Really happy for you both.
Yeah, Marianne wants to know if it's like your mother's recipe.
Well, not really. I gotta look at the recipe exactly, the exact recipe. But yeah, the idea kind of is there. Then we talked about it in not this live, but the one before.
Yeah, I have nothing to bring to the table on this discussion. I have nothing, literally nothing. I even that was more than I thought I could bring to the table.
I forget. Did you have the exact recipe there posted? Because I want to go and look for on it after, if it is the same or not. Because I don't think it was exactly the same. Yeah, I know. Panic D posted 1,000 thank you video, and they used the NASA shuttle launching footage. Like, like we had so many viewers at that time. Right. At that time, it's kind of as it was going higher. I thought it was really cool.
That's really.
And Marianne didn't like it. She said there is no connection between what they're doing and the launch of a shuttle.
Oh well, a little bit out of the box. Why not? Never hurts to do something different.
No, I like that.
I'm sure I gotta go back then and look at it because I want to see. I'm sure it's awesome. So I am sure it's great. You guys are always hard on yourselves. You always do great stuff. So
yeah, definitely. If you want, sure. I'm still looking forward. I'm gonna share that slush recipe with my sister-in-law. I'm sure she's gonna be looking forward to that one.
This actual journey, 553, because they're saying they're far away from 1K.
They've been growing since you guys were on our channel.
Exactly, and you guys definitely deserve it. I don't know why, because I mean, yours is one of those kind of crime videos that you should have way more, not even just 1,000. They're really well done. It'll get there, and like I say, probably Tuesday night we're gonna do for Tech Talk. We're gonna do another big shout out series because we had so much fun doing them. So Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do it probably the same way again. We're gonna make it like a game, and it just seemed funner that way.
Yeah,
it kept everybody into it.
Yeah, people get.
And honestly, it's better for your shoutouts because if you go and say, okay, we'll make a list of who's gonna be on. If somebody knows they're gonna be like an hour away, it's like waiting at the hospital. They go and get something to eat and come back. This way, it keeps everybody there, which means more people to see your channels and stuff like that. So it's good for everybody. We did really good. That we couldn't get over it. We had last Tuesday was the first time we ever had 50 in the channel at one time. Yeah, I had bottle caps in the past, and that was cracking me up. I love that.
Yeah.
See, there's one Philip too is in the past. Oh, they're brothers in past now. So there you go.
Driver Family Vlogs. Hello. Yes, Cody is amazing. We just finished talking with him like 20 minutes ago, I think.
Yeah.
Been just chatting. Yeah, Panic D included well, not all, but like a lot of names of the subscribers in their video, like floating up there. And it was I even like, wow, how did they get to do that with so many names? And he was talking about it was so hard to do that, like it was logistically hard, but it was pretty impressive, I must say.
ATGH, our 1K got deleted somehow. Don't know what happened. Should we repost another one? We lost 70 views.
70 views or subscribers?
They must be in the video for their 1,000th. I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming. I would. If
Yeah.
it got deleted, definitely. That's awful. That's too bad.
Are you sure it's deleted, or maybe you don't see it?
Maybe it's set to private. Like go back and look through.
Go check it first.
Yeah.
If maybe it's hiding somewhere, go in the creators studio, creators mode, and check it. Not in the channel mode.
Yeah.
Check it. Maybe it's hiding somewhere, and if not, yes, as Andrew said, definitely repost it.
For sure, because that's awful.
Yeah.
Was there something onto it? Did you get a copyright notice? I mean, usually they don't delete it because you get a notice. I'm just curious why it's gone. YouTube's a funny thing sometimes. That's one thing about it. You learn to be adaptive and just, I would definitely put up another one. Find an optimum time and put it up. Celebrate it for sure. We did the Cheers video the other day and we lost, 6, 7 subscribers that day?
Yes.
Well, the day we put it up, the video celebrating everything. And of course, we got our one troll click for thumbs down. There's things happening all the time on this channel.
Yeah, when the whole video is gone, that's terrible. So yeah, definitely repost it.
For sure. I would in a heartbeat.
Is a copyright strike a bad thing? Well, copyright strike is a bad thing because if you get 3, your channel gets deleted.
Yep.
Well, not really deleted, but you lose it.
And you can't live stream and stuff like that and everything. And there is a difference between, because I wanted to bring that up when we were talking about earlier tonight. When we did the Cheers thing, we did it as I went and looked up in that audio library, which I showed you guys before. That one, we don't get a copyright strike. We get a copyright notice informing us that we are allowed to use it, but the owner can monetize the video. You can apply now for profit sharing, but we're not going to do that. It's pointless. But it's very, very, very important. That's what I think it's the first time on this channel we've ever used anything that was copyright.
Now, I use it in my Chronic Pain Millions Missing stream, but I used it on purpose because I used the trailer of the movie Unrest, and their advertising goes as a donation to the charity for Millions Missing. I purposely showed it, knowing that they're going to put the advertising on it and we'll get the notice.
Right.
So then all the ads go, ad revenue from our views go to their charity.
Well, Caps was asking about how you can go to your channel and go to status and features. Here, I'll share this page with you. And that's where you can see. See here. There. So you see copyright status is there, community guidelines. So it will show you if you've violated any of them. And then on your video, I'm going to stop sharing for a sec. I'll bring the Cheers one up and see if I can show you. Because we don't want to show everything.
It should show down on the copyright notices there, see.
I'm just going to go to Cheers. I want to show you in your videos, there's a tab that will pop up. I just don't want to go through all of our stuff with that open. And as you can see here, let me open up the window a bit more. So you see copyright content was found in your video. The claimant is allowed for their content to be used in your YouTube video. You might also be able to monetize your video by sharing revenue with the claimant. So there's no viewing restrictions. That means we are allowed to use it. And of course, if we want to share the music, and what it does is there it shows you the time that it did the timestamp from the song playing, and it was a play match because they already have those sound waves. The same as Shazam and that, the app where you can hear a song, you can playing in an elevator, you click it, and it will tell you who's singing it if you're not sure. It's the same technology that's used here, and it matches up the same as it does with video clips. By time, by speed. That's why, sometimes you'll see Family Guy clips, for instance, on YouTube, and they're playing like a third faster than they should be the higher pitch and that is they're trying to get around that. So the sound waves don't match up or the video. So
Can you show the tab in the Zoom, like because Ballgames is on a phone and can't see just where the tab is?
the tab.
Yeah, copyright.
See there when you go in, like when you edit your videos, you have all your audio and screen after subtitles, and this won't appear unless you have one, unless there is a copyright claim of any type.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it stops at subtitles. So if you don't see that in any of your videos, you're golden.
So you can actually, when you want to use something, you can, as Andrew said, go and check before you're using, and if you're okay with sharing the profits or them having it, but you can still use it, then you use it.
All right, audio sources, audio library. You guys have seen the YouTube audio library before. We've talked about that lots. It's underneath, always on your creator side, down at the bottom. Just go to music policies. And then once you're here, type in, like for instance, for that one, I went to check on beforehand, see. Here's theme. So I'm just going to zoom out just a tiny bit there. That's what I went and did. I came here, and here's the full version. And you see, this is what tells you it can do. So I knew I was okay to use it. And it is better to check because you never know with one. And also check and make sure you always got the right version. As you notice, there's like from other songs, there's other artists that's covered a song or they have a song that has the same name. Because it's better. You don't want copyright channels. You want to avoid them whenever possible. That's not something you want for your channel. So
yeah, and as you're saying, 3 strikes, not notices, but strikes gets your channel deleted, so to say.
Yeah.
And if you get strikes on your live stream, you can be banned from live streaming for 90 days, which is 3 months.
So it's definitely like we were saying about Linus Tech Tips tonight. You know, there's a huge channel, 6-point-some million. And what they would do is they do a show on anybody doesn't. There's another platform, Twitch. They do a live stream there every Friday night, but they announce it on YouTube. They do a 1-minute video saying like we're live on Twitch, so their YouTube ones can find them. And then once the Twitch one is done, then they re-upload it to YouTube and delete the preview. Well, they didn't delete the preview, and somebody from YouTube there was a cross with the AI. They realized it. Then a manual search was done. And because of that, they got a copyright. They got a spam strike on them, which is like a copyright strike. And now they can't live stream.
Video games depends. Like I know that Nintendo, for example, is not allowing their videos to be streamed anymore.
Any reviewers of them that talk about them, they act. The notice goes up to the AI, and Nintendo takes away all the profits from that video from them. So
yeah, so you got to research no matter what it is that you're using that is not yours.
Oh yeah, for playing a movie trailer, definitely.
That's what I was saying about the Unrest that I was playing the trailer. That's what it was. Mine was on purpose, but that's exactly what happens. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not your creation. It can be copyright.
Yep.
You know,
it sucks in one way, and then the other side when you get. I mean, but then you look at like sites like Ethan and Gila, H3H3, who had the famous lawsuit. You can use it as a parody, but I mean, they still do get hit with copyright strikes, those guys, you know, and then they got to go through a manual and they got to show that they weren't showing the whole thing in its entirety and it was done as a review, parody, all these things. PewDiePie, most of those guys are getting a couple million views in their videos and they're not even making any money off it. Like he jokes about how often he's copyright strike.
Oh, yeah.
He makes his money. Most of those guys today are making their money off their merch. That's where they make their coin. It's not from their videos. And that sucks to us because we're thinking, God, if I could get, because roughly if you have a 10-minute video, usually done, you get 10 million views a month, you get about $10,000 US. Is kind of the round number, if you will. And they're not even worried about it anymore. Like they're Philip DeFranco just for talking about bad scenes, like talking about a war, or talking about.
Well, yeah, which is ridiculous. He's a news channel, and he's getting strikes and shadowing all the time because his content is too graphic or something like that. Even if it doesn't show the exact thing he's talking about, guns, for example, then right away. The same as with marijuana now. YouTube has been shadowing a lot of channels that are talking about weed in their
YouTubes.
Exactly. Although it's not illegal, That's just what is happening. So
they're going for really friendly family content.
Yeah.
Like, it's too bad because it's killing the spirit of what YouTube was. But what can you do? They're stuck in a rock and a hard place too. They can't monitor every site, so and they need the advertisers. They need the money. Somebody's got to pay for the server space. So
the thing is, you always can contest it. If there's any claims or anything, you can always contest it, and it's worth it to try. You know.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a mistake too. You know.
Of
So
course.
if you're sure that they are mistaken, then always do that. CJ Brown, hello.
Hey, how are you? How you doing tonight? Why would you want to download?
What's all about this new button below your video? It says download. Why would you want to download? Because in case it crashes, you would want to have a backup of your videos.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Exactly.
Because really, you should be having backup of your videos.
Yep. I got to do that soon again. We got to back up our live streams. We have them up to, I think, 50 some.
Yeah, and I would apply it more to live streams
Yeah.
because obviously you have a copy of the video that you upload since you are the one making it. But yeah, that's what this mainly is for. It's not for other people. It's for you.
How you doing, smoking and grilling? What's going on? It's funny how YouTube works in waves. Sometimes we do that, and the guest is gone. And there's like 6 people, right down to the end, and then it just poof comes.
Yeah, I don't know where you all come from.
Yeah, right out of the woodwork. Yeah.
Download a favorite video. Like, I don't think you can download any videos though.
Not with that button, but
No.
there's external sites you can use.
Yeah,
it for.
third party, but the YouTube itself download button, I think it's only applies to your own.
Like I was showing the other week in Tech Talk, I know for the thumbnails, I like getting shots. People send us, like even Cody sent us in some great pictures for tonight to use as thumbnails.
Yeah.
But I just like the ones that are vlogs now. I've rebuilt the thumbnails so they're made for 720, and I like catching them in action and what they do.
Empty trunk. Hello.
Yes.
I'm just checking.
I was watching your B
bottle
video.
Caps now.
These guys, I love. They're one of those another channel I was just saying today that I love because I never know what I'm going to see when I get on. It was gone from their sawmills. Now there was bees tonight. Not great channel. Got to have you guys on sometime. I'd love to have you on sometime. M Trunk.
Yes, definitely. We have tried a couple of times. Yeah. Ball Caps, is it on YouTube app or a creator app? Because they have just updated the creator app recently. Spiders.
Again? We got this huge tree outside, and then we got to contend with spiders here for a little bit each summer. It's before people think we live in some Jesus dank cave.
No, but I don't like spiders.
How you doing, Happy Canadian? You'll be really happy soon.
No. Oh no.
Yes. Jesus. No, we know you're really busy. I know that's the whole part of your channel. I can't even figure out where you get time to even put a video up with all that you do. I understand completely. Just that I am a huge fan of your channel. So anytime we can work it out, I'd love to have you on. When you watch somebody's video, you sure it's not like a plug-in or something like that?
No, I know what he's talking about. Yeah, it's on YouTube, not on the creator one. I just want to see. Oh, okay, yeah. It's a premium. Yes. That's what I thought. When you subscribe to YouTube Premium, and now when you go on your on the right tab, if you click on your channel's name, and you know how you can choose My Channel, Creators Lounge, and all. There's also a premium tab now. You go there, and you can actually subscribe now to YouTube Premium, which is a bit different than YouTube Red. And then you can subscribe to it the same as you are to Netflix. And then if you do, then you can download it for later viewing. It's like,
paid memberships.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you go. I'm doing a free plug for YouTube. I hope it helps them.
YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll get more hits.
Premium. YouTube.
Or even worse, with YouTube getting a strike for showing it. That would be their typical. Only them would find a way to do
something,
that.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that's exactly what you're talking about. As I said, they have updated lately the app in general.
It's changing my days, same as the beta. And the beta for the creators part is going to be, it's getting better.
I like it better,
yeah,
actually.
It's just waiting for the rest of the features to be migrated in, but I don't mind the change. I'm more than up for it, so it's time to make it a little easier. And I do like the quick edit stuff on that. It's going to be a lot better. Change can be good. Bits of Real Panther, how you doing? I'm feeling pretty premium tonight, are you?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the phone, trying to find the answer while you were answering down the rabbit hole.
Philip, you have a great night. My guest hates YouTube. I know there's something wrong with her, but she's hot. Well, then definitely. Adios, my friend. Have a good one.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. We're rooting for you. I think you like that play on words. She's so busy giving me the stink eye.
No, I was busy answering you. Gosh. And unless it's orange, I can't see, so.
Huh? And happy Canadians in a great mood tonight. I love that.
No, but you didn't mark me in orange when you were answering ball caps. That's why I didn't see it.
Oh, Bits of Real Panther's got it figured out. Yeah, I've been playing the comments game all day while sipping mixed drinks.
Yeah, now I see your comment. There is no mention of Puša Studios. That's why I didn't see. I don't see all of the comments, especially if I'm looking somewhere else, like the phone that I'm trying to answer. The rabbit is wise. Yes, she is.
Very much so.
And thank you for the recipe.
It's amazing how much everything has been changing on this lately. It's hard to keep up on to sometimes. And you think that we're on this like 6 nights a week. We know it inside and out, but
oh, we're gonna come back,
yeah.
You know, and there's like, what? What are we supposed to do here? Teach us
Jesus.
your ways.
I expect you to pay attention to me at all times.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. That's why I say, if you want me to see you, gotta tag, because I'm trying my best, but sometimes it just fuzzes out.
See, that's flogging. Instead of vlogging, there's flogging. There's the attitude for flogging.
Yeah. It just fuzzes out. The orange, it's like, oh, okay, I gotta focus my eyes, and then I try to read it.
Then we'll have flog con.
That's our daughter probably fell out of the bed. I don't know. No, I think it's her bottle, water bottle.
Thanks to all the supporters, finally, after 3 months of waiting, YT has reviewed and reinstated the AdSense. You got your AdSense back? Congratulations to you. 3 months, eh? Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we just hit it a couple of weeks ago, so we'll be waiting for a while.
P-Throw, hello.
They're hoping to be caught up by the end of June was the last message we got, and I'm thinking September, but we'll see. I don't mind being surprised in that one.
Yeah, doesn't really matter as much.
They're lucky, actually. We built up a lot of time because we just lost another big video because it passed the 365-day mark. The lost this time was the mural festival video, excuse me.
Yeah, congratulations, Trunk. That's great.
Did they back pay you for the 3 months at all? I don't think they do, but I just thought I would ask in case you get some update when they told you.
Yeah, you know how the views counts only for the last 365
days? Yeah.
So if you had like a peak of the views for the older video before that, well, that goes away and it rolls over all the time. It's not just when you apply the 365, it's every month for the last 365.
Well, every day it's moving 365 days back, so every day you lose a day of that from that
exactly.
Previous year,
so if we had an older video like we did that had lots of views in time, 3 years ago or 2 years ago, well, now it doesn't count anymore because it's not in that 365 window.
Smoking and Grilling says no back pay. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Oh, they just released yours Wednesday. Oh, congrats. That's good. Just got home to Throg. Saturday party.
ATGH, you all are awesome. Thanks for your support, fam for life. Well, of course we're fam for life. Wouldn't have it any other way with any of you. So that's a lock in, that one.
Down the rabbit hole. I need something to go viral. Well, I would make a video of making that slushy. Travel tip number 1: summer refreshment.
Yeah, no bits about it. No video was removed. It's just that time frame because of the new restrictions. So, but restrictions that actually we went up faster than we. It's nice now. That part has really paid off with the live streams and that. So, oh my goodness, I didn't know that. Puša Studios, we haven't even reached 1K, so we have some time to go until we had to. But it can pass fast. We did it in what, 4 months ahead of schedule?
Yeah.
Based on the live streams, how they were producing, and we're starting to build up more and more. So yeah, we jumped ahead a lot, and it can come faster than we expect. Like before we started the live streams, we thought this is futile. So we do the 1,000 subscribers and then just leave it at that. Because my videos are mostly shot. I don't like, when I do my cinematography ones, I don't like doing multiple songs because I find it defeats the purpose. And it's pretty hard to reach on 3.5 minute. Some of them are only a minute long, just little ones I put up. So yeah, it was frustrating to say the least. The live streams are what put us over. Viral videos almost have to be about something completely stupid. Yeah, pretty much.
Like I say, pregnant feral cats generate millions of viewers live at the same time. So imagine how much actually hours they gain even in 1 minute of watching that live stream if there are millions of viewers watching it. Like you can put the search now on YouTube, feral cats pregnant, and you're gonna see there's gonna be a live stream probably right now. Somebody's watching. Chocolate chips. Oh my god. Yeah, bottle caps. It should be a puzzle. Like at the end of each video, there's like a 5-second flash of one part of his face. Like we have almost everything now, except for the middle part of where the nose and mouth is. Cats drinking your slushy, yeah. Yeah, but that would be something actually. Like if having a good a title for it that would make people click, on it, because it's a, God, get drunk this summer or something. I don't know. Got to think about it. But if you do that, that might be actually something that just tie it into travel somehow. Doodle, hi. Jim, I hope everybody went and checked Doodles by Doug video of him drawing our picture for a Cheers video that we had released a couple of days ago. If you haven't, please go over to Doodles by Doug and check it out. And can see the back work of the video, so to say. Yes, Real Panther, that definitely helps as well. Yes, no, that's it, because it depends. If you're going for a long run, it's a longer wait and you get both support and time and comments and interaction, which that's what YouTube is looking for. Or if you want to go for views fast and glorious, then you go and do a viral video.
Hello.
Well, as we were just talking with Cody, Audrey, who was a co-video maker for their Peter McKinnon video. Although she have been creating lots of stuff beforehand, that video boosted her up to have 3,000 subscribers in 3 days. Yeah, more now, 4,000. But really, at that point, in those 3 days, when it just got released, she got 3,000 subscribers. So you never know when it happens, and that was her viral feature video. You know.
Driver Family Vlogs. Always a pleasure to have you in here. It was good luck with the kids. I just actually ran into our daughter in the hallway. I wasn't expecting her.
What was she doing?
I think we kind of freaked each other out. She was going to the bathroom. We're just kind of like a dog and a cat when they're running into each other. What are you doing here? I just wasn't expecting to see her. He's back. Don't say anything. Jim Apple, how are you? We got to acknowledge you. Guys, a viral video can take off at any time. All it takes is a big blog or something like that to pick up your video, or somebody found it and shares on Facebook. You go to bed and you wake up the next morning and you have an extra 10,000 views and an extra 1,000 subscribers you weren't even expecting. It can happen that quickly.
You know, like I always say about the lottery, you can't expect to win the lottery if you don't ever buy a ticket. You can't be complaining, oh, you know, I know when I'm going to win the big cash. Well, you know, you're going to do something for it. The same as with videos. You want to get somewhere with it. You got to keep creating, and eventually it's going to go somewhere. And
Oh, God. That was unexpected.
so talking about that chocolate chip.
No, he's gone completely.
He suggested for Rabbit to eat all the chocolate chip bag that she has before that.
He always has such a great way with words. I have no idea why you're divorced, Puddlecum.
We have a video getting views spammed. They are probably going to take it down, aren't they? Not the video taken down. They're going to take away the spam views.
Views, yeah.
So if it looks like there's lots of views now and you think it's spam, the view count might drop. Because that's what YouTube does. But video is going to still stay there.
It sucks when it happens, but you got to realize that it's supposed to be punishing them, not you. But
all you need is a wrench and a dream.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
really looking forward, Natural Journey, to your videos of creating Zen inner harmony. It was very
your videos fuel
very interesting to listen to when you were guests on our stream. I think it would be something definitely to look into. And also all the natural remember we've talked about all the natural things, how to make for women, like the scrubs and face masks and all that. Like I would be watching it. Like maybe you need a different channel for it. I don't know. Maybe you can incorporate it what you do now, but there's definitely something interesting as well.
Swung on Grilling with AB is asking, what is view spam? View spam can come from a couple of different areas. A lot of times also too, you know, somebody goes up into a channel and they just start adding everybody right away. A lot of times then they get a bunch of views and they just came from the same place, same time around, stuff like that.
Somebody watches your video less than 30 seconds, it's not a view. It's a spam view. No matter who is it. So it gets taken down afterwards. So that's one of the reasons.
They've liked a bunch at the same time, like, you know, like, and that kind of stuff. Anything that doesn't seem legitimate. Basically, the AI and YouTube does an audit of your channel, and it's doing it, you know, numerous times through the day. And it will just look at them. Okay, it came from the same IP address, and they like 10 different channels in 2 minutes. There's no way they could watch all of them. Or like Xenia said, they watched them less than 30 seconds, and they gave it a like and a comment, stuff like that. So it just goes back and audits and says, okay, this one wasn't genuine, this one wasn't genuine, so on and so forth. This one was. So that's why sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're less some subscribers or you're less some views is basically because of that.
And this Natural Journey, you were talking more than your husband on our live stream, so I think you're pretty good at having the kind of like a lives or vlog type of things about that. I definitely.
Oh, Duel's my dog. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, I was kind of worried with the end one because I was trying to put it together. I kept telling her I don't like the way it's going. I don't like the way it's
that's
going.
Andrew. He does,
Yeah.
and he did spent a lot of time making the video, and I was so excited for it to get out. But Andrew kept working and working on it, and like, it's great, it's awesome, I love it. It doesn't need anything else.
No, she's right, but I wanted to really like at the same time too. I wanted to do you and Otero justice for the work that you guys did. Like I was so blown away by it. Like I say, it was the first collab. It was weird collabing because I'm such a micromanager all the time, my own work and that. But you guys did such a phenomenal job. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, so go check out the video that I just posted. The link of Doodle creating the picture, especially bottle caps. Go check it out, please. That's the making of you there as well. And I loved Susie's.
Oh my God, yeah.
Susie's green balls there incorporated as well. That was so fun. You guys gotta watch the video. It's I'm gonna be definitely.
And I had the original video underneath, so I was literally transparent, doing the zoom in, so try and keep them as true as possible. And poor Susie, we don't get such a good viewer because she's in so quickly. She's like the perfect Easter egg, but it's such a good one. I just love
my God,
the grin on the face there. I could just picture her doing that.
Did you guys notice in the Cheers video Susie's green balls? If you have, comment on the video with a timestamp on it, because it's hilarious. It's I love that Doug incorporated that in. It was so funny.
I've been wanting to do that for a while. I think since what, about 1400 maybe?
Yes, yeah.
I kept talking about it and going over it, and finally we decided to make the jump onto it. And Terrell, I hope you appreciate the shout out. I really wanted to put that in for you this time. You really deserve it. So I wanted to make sure that you were acknowledged for everything that you do, because I know now handing out all don't appreciate all that you do. I mean, you're always here before us. I mean, we can't
today too. I checked. I think I was sharing the link, and I checked. It was an hour before that, and Tara was here. Yes, of course, and it's Doug drawing it. So, what do you think? Where it's gonna be?
He separated just.
But if you watch the video, you can see that he actually goes back and forth from coloring in Susie and new bottle caps. Check out the video. And once again, if you watch our Cheers video, again, comment on it with the timestamp of green balls.
Yeah, he has such a talent, though.
Yeah.
And the same as Arteo, like the job he did on the Cheers scene, like he was like, he kept saying, you know, I want to make sure I do it justice. I don't want to let you guys down and stuff like that. And it's like, God Almighty, you guys' talent. Why would you even worry about something like that?
Oh yeah.
You know.
My God, so talented.
Yeah. And that was great that way because we got to use two great artists and
two different styles.
Two different styles, exactly. Because that ending scene was just perfect with the monkey redone and the pillow into the faces, and that was, you know, it was really cool. Hashtag blue balls. That's right. We haven't done that in a little bit. That's right. She got a real streak of fire in her. I love that.
That's right.
You're always so descriptive, photo caps. You gotta promise us the day you're ready to do a live stream that you'll be a guest. Will be your first time. Well, guys, I guess it's that time. It's been so much fun hanging out with you guys. We won't be on tomorrow, but we'll be back Monday. I hope you have a really great rest of the weekend. There's gonna be lots of great live streams. Panic D at 5, right?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. Panic D at 5, ATGH at 6, Rabbit at 10, I think. Please, guys, the ones who are live streaming tomorrow, tag us in your tweet so I can tweet it out.
Yep.
Or retweet it, please.
Down the rabbit holes in the morning.
Yes, with your interview. And I definitely want to be on when it's going live and not after it's recorded. So can you please tweet it at us so we can retweet it and also remember be on it?
Yeah, 10 Mountain Time, right? Down the rabbit hole? I remember right, if you can handle standing on the edge of a cliff and looking over it.
Oh, the VR set. You got
Yeah.
the VR for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still in the development, I think there. Lots of people have said that. No, Mountain Time is not Eastern.
Yeah. Panic is saying they are Saturdays. That's what I thought.
I thought you were Sundays too, with your you were both Sundays and Saturdays.
Smoking and Grilling AB, it was great to see you guys. We definitely have to get something set up again. Oh.
What is 10 a.m. Mountain Time in Eastern?
It's 1 hour before Pacific, so it's 2 hours ahead of 2 hours behind us. So it'd be 8 a.m. Yeah. 8 a.m. Eastern.
I'm gonna be up at 5. Our daughter gonna be up, so yeah, it's still early.
Panic D.
No, what?
Noon. No, yes, they'll be noon. Yes, because they're behind us. Thank you very much, Doug. Yes, I was converting that wrong. It's ahead 2 hours. So yes, it'll be noon our time. Right. My apologies. Everybody out there down the rabbit hole at noon Eastern, not 10 a.m. So noon Eastern.
So
yep, Smoking and Grilling. We're going to be having a bit of holidays between, but we'll try to set something up. So, because definitely whatever you on. It was the only channel I've ever actually called on telephone when they had a call in.
Yeah, exactly.
Really
well, no,
cool.
we definitely got to get back together and to organizing back again the timing. So that would be.
One of the guys in the chat thought I was drunk, but it's because it was hard hearing. We had a delay behind it, and then one of the guys wrote that guy's loaded. No. She can attest I was actually sober. No, and noon's better. I apologize for saying 10 at first. Yes, I forgot to carry it ahead. It's hard where we are because we're either doing Europe or doing here, and it's easy to mix the two of them up. So
yeah,
the direction. Oh, you're on it. Okay. All right, guys.
Blue Range Community Calendar. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Well, tweet at us the times of your live streams, and I'm going to put them together and put them into the Twitter moments, the same as we have Twitter moments for our streams. So I'm going to get the calendar running on moments, and then we can all retweet them when they come up. So please tweet at us your time and your date for your live stream, and we can do that, definitely.
And bottle caps, then it would be 9 a.m. for you, an hour behind.
Just go and subscribe and push the button. Do you have the event Down the Rabbit Hole already created? Post a link so we can all go and ring that bell, because I'm sure there's going to be such a confusion of the times.
Well, I wasn't helping things. I wasn't helping things on that one. Oh my God.
No games. Tuesday we're gonna have a shout out highlight game. Yeah.
Hopefully, and this time we're gonna mention earlier. Everybody's gonna tweet it out. Get all your buddies in. Get as many as possible. We're gonna try this time to beat 50 people in the channel at one time. We're gonna do the same thing. The great place to showcase your channel. Bottle Caps loved it. Thought it was fun. Always wanted to play.
There, I set a reminder for Down the Rabbit Hole. It's in 36 hours, 12 o'clock at my time, whatever, it's going to show up on your time. Just click the link, set the reminder on, and therefore everybody's going to be happy. Click the like button while you're at it. Harmony already commented. Set reminder. We're going to comment as well. ATGH.
Tomorrow morning, Bottle Caps, 9 a.m. your time.
And you click the button, it's going to show you what time. Click the link that the rabbit just posted, and it's going to show you what time. What day? Tomorrow. What?
He's 1 hour after you. So
it doesn't matter. Just
Yeah.
click the link and it's going to show your personalized time. It shows a time for you. There. Perfect. Awesome.
because yeah, it's noon our time, so it's 10 her time, and he is behind her, so that would make her 9, not 11. So he would be Wildcats will be at 9 because he's on Pacific time. Because you're going ahead this way.
Andrew was talking about some show I'm going to like.
Who wrote that?
Ball caps.
A show he is going to like.
Tuesday?
Oh yeah, talk about Tuesday, the game part of on channels.
Yeah, the one that you're passing on all the time.
Yeah. 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 I had accidentally closed my chat when I clicked on that link. I couldn't go back.
What link?
Unreal. Unreal.
We're talking about 2 different events. One is for Rabbit tomorrow. He's just
No
playing
problem.
with us.
Don't
and
worry
one is
about it.
for us on Tuesday. The link is for Rabbit for tomorrow. Yeah.
He's killing me. Yeah.
You're not the only one.
He's happy when he's getting that. That's the effect he was shooting for.
Exactly.
He's going to troll my stream. Yeah, about the sides of it. He's a fun troll though. He'll be okay. He keeps ours going. All right, guys, we're out for the night. We'll be seeing you tomorrow in Down the Rabbit Hole stream. Have a great rest of the weekend. Love yous all. Cheers and keep creating. Bye now, guys. Have a great one. And there's AKI. That was lovely. That was. Anything else you want to add to it? That pretty much said it all right there, folks.
Okay, have a great weekend and see you on your streams tomorrow and on Monday on hours at 8 p.m. Eastern, as always.
Much love, Diz. Cheers.